and welcome to the Exponential. It is the NFL season finale, and we are live for the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. It's a rematch. That's right. We got a team that we just saw a few weeks ago, in fact, in one of our last commentaries of the regular season. We got to see Seattle in a thrilling game against the Rams. And these two teams, they've just been on a collision course absolutely all year long. Really, nothing more you can say. Other than that, I mean, you got the number one offense in the NFL with the Los Angeles Rams and the number one defense in the NFL with the Seattle Seahawks. These two teams have just been hitting at each other. They've played each other twice already. They split the series. The games were decided by a grand total of 3 points. The two games total 3 points. The Rams won by 2 in their initial meeting, and the Seahawks won by 1 in overtime against LA just a few weeks ago against the Rams. I said a few weeks ago, it was on December 19th. Man, time flies. It was still less than a month, I guess. But time seriously flies. We're wearing the full suit check. You can't really tell because I've just decided that black on black's a great idea. It's about as good of an idea as wearing a green in front of a green screen, but it's still here. We look sharp, even though maybe not everyone can tell because it just kind of blends perfectly. It just looks like I'm wearing a long sleeve. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I might change it halftime. Who knows? But it's formal night because it's the finale of the Exponentials NFL live commentaries, because as you probably know already, see a robe. I got blue somewhere around here. I could just change into that. I didn't think about it. We'll see where it goes all the way. These two teams, as I've said, these two teams have been on a crash course. I mean, you got two very intensely good running games that are perhaps a little shorthanded. And one thing we're going to want to look out for pretty much throughout the game today is Sam Darnold. Not so much Matthew Stafford. He's one of those quarterbacks where you just know he's going to have a game. He goes out, he balls out. That's just the way Matthew Stafford is. And that's why the Rams probably have a really good shot of making it to the Super Bowl to face the New England Patriots. Wow, that game was something. But they could head to Santa Clara to take on the Patriots and have essentially somewhat of a home field advantage. I mean, you're still in California. I mean, it's in a stadium that you hate, but you play there twice a year, so how bad could it be? Meanwhile, New England heading back there after the Brady era, I'm more okay with them now, but we'll get into that more as the night goes on. We got plenty of time, plenty of hours, plenty of topics. We're here. We're going to go through head coaches that have been hired, coordinating hires, some news that I've been hearing around the league, stuff along those lines. My initial reaction to Fernando Mendoza in Indiana winning the national championship, because I realized I haven't been live since then. So Indiana defeated Miami in Miami. So I'll give that breakdown there at some point. So we'll go through all of these things, head coaches, national championship game, a recap of the Broncos-Patriots game from earlier today, along with live broadcast coverage of the Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams. You're in the right place if you don't like Tom Brady or Kevin Burkhardt. You just come on over here. And we'll have a great time as the night goes on. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think we picked the right game. It feels like I've said that a lot this year. We picked the right game, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not sure how much worse this game could be than the Broncos-Patriots 10-7 affair. I'm 90% certain this game's going to be incredible. I mean, you look at the previous matchups and you see absolute incredible games, just nonstop, close games. At first, I mean, Sam Darnold, he gets battered around by this Rams team. I mean, they come over, and there's no other team in the league that can say this about another team, but the Rams, they call over, they get their phones out, dial their number. Hello, is this Sam Darnold? I mean, they have his number on speed dial. And when I mean speed dial, I mean speed dial. They have called this guy's name so many times. I mean, he's been sacked 13 times in the last 3 meetings. He's thrown 7 interceptions and only 3 touchdowns. And on top of all that, he's only got a 46% completion percentage against the Los Angeles Rams over the last 3 days, including we've actually seen two of the 3 right here on the Exponential, believe it or not. 2 of the last 3 we've seen right here. We had the one earlier where he threw the two just absolutely horrible interceptions and pulled it out in the fourth quarter with a remarkable comeback at the end of the game and then to win in overtime. We saw that there. And then we also saw him when he was on Minnesota's team in Minnesota with the Vikings on the wild card weekend last year. That year, the Rams just continued to put pressure on him, and Jared Verse and Braden Fisk had the game that most defensive linemen can only dream of. The 9-sack game. He got sacked so many times, and they just keep bringing the pressure. He's had no answer for Rams pass rush, and all of his interceptions share the pattern of when he's under pressure, he makes mistakes. For some reason, whenever he plays the Los Angeles Rams, he reverts back to the Sam Darnold that the Dolphins beat twice a year when he was in New York, rather than the Sam Darnold that we've seen over the last couple of years in Minnesota and now in Seattle. But the Rams, they've got a winning formula against this guy, but they still lost their last game. Why? Because, frankly, Clint Kubiak or Kubiak or however you want to call him, I'm going to say Kubiak. Feel free to call him whatever you want. But Clint Kubiak, he's a genius. This guy's incredible. You know why? Because he didn't just, back down after losing to the Rams the first week. He came back the second, and they were down big. The Seahawks were not on much of a winning streak. They had to score 16 consecutive points to come back against the Rams, and they did that very simply with a momentum shift, which came from Rashid Shaheed's punt return for a touchdown. Place your bets now whether he's going to get another kick return for a touchdown tonight, Rashid Shaheed, but we'll see along the way. But they mostly relied on Kenneth Walker III, and there's not so many players that I praise in this league as being really, really excellent. But if there was one player or two players that I would have to say are the top of their position, the top of their running back group, it's got to be Kyron Williams and Kenneth Walker III. These guys, they're so underrated for their positions. I've said it thousands of times live, and I'll say it thousands of times again because they continue to prove me right every single time. Kenneth Walker and Kyron Williams, these guys are such hard runners. Truly, I believe this game between the Rams and the Seahawks, they have two phenomenal quarterbacks, arguably the two best quarterbacks. Definitely Matthew Stafford being one of the two best. Sam Darnold's more iffy, but he's top 10, two top 10 quarterbacks, two top 10 running backs, and of course, top 5 wide receivers in Puka Nacua and Jackson Smith and Jigba. And of course, the Seahawks have the best defense in the NFL. And the Rams, you could say pretty good things about their pass rush as well, of being a top 10 pass rush. And I'm telling you, these two teams, they'll come at you every way they can. They win. That's as easy as it is. They win games. That's just how they operate. They're not in it to just play the game. They're in it to win. They're going to the Super Bowl. One of these two teams is taking on New England in Santa Clara in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be a long, hard fight to figure out which one of them. I mean, you look at the two teams. They both played in Santa Clara 2 times this year. Once this year, but they do play the 49ers twice a year. I was thinking, wait, they played the 49ers, but they played them at Lumen twice. So the Rams, they went to Santa Clara most recently, I believe. Not that long ago. Okay, it was pretty long ago. And they won in Santa Clara 42-26. They smoked the 49ers. So they got a good shot heading into New England. A team that, honestly, I'm not entirely impressed with, even after Denver and Houston. I'm kind of just like, wow, Seattle beats all these guys. That's kind of been my thoughts on the AFC ever since Buffalo went down. Wow, Seattle beats you. But it'll be fun. Seattle, they went to San Francisco. Excuse me. Not too long ago. They went to San Francisco last week of the regular season and won there 13-3. They were hoping for the quick turnaround to go back to Santa Clara. And it looks like they might get their wish. They're just one win away from heading to the Super Bowl. And I'm going to be honest, I did one of those like little flippy things. You know how on like Instagram or Facebook, they have the things where it's like take a screenshot to figure out who's going to the Super Bowl and it just flickers between the end zones. Yeah, I did one of those. I don't think I saved the picture, but I can guarantee you it was Patriots and Seahawks. I know because I did it 3 times and the result came out the same every time and I thought everything was rigged. But people were coming out with different ones. But I had Patriots Seahawks. So I guess that means I'm rooting for the Seattle Seahawks tonight. But we will see. I was 1 for 1. I was really hoping Stidham could have led them to victory. But it was not to be. Sadly, we got to watch the Patriots in another Super Bowl. Either way, we're getting a Super Bowl rematch. Patriots, Seahawks, Patriots, Rams. Should be interesting. I'm struggling to see how the Patriots can take this. I mean, I get it. Denver's a tough place to play, tough conditions as well. And it wasn't exactly all fun and games in Foxborough either. And, Santa Clara is going to be much more favorable temperature and conditions. But you're playing the Rams and the Seahawks. Frankly, there's just been no two better teams. Why can't there be a Super Bowl? Really? These two teams, this might as well be. Those are the two best teams, excuse me. They are the best teams in the NFL. And for a good reason. You look at their coaching staffs. Sean McVay is 40 years old, and he's already been to 3 Super Bowls. If they win today, he'll have been to 3 Super Bowls. He's already been to 2, won 1. And he could go to another with a win here today against Seattle. And he's 40 years old. That is a career like no other. I mean, frankly, he could be the Rams head coach for the next 50 years if he doesn't get tired or suddenly hit a slump, which at this rate, it's not looking like he's going to. He's just that good. He's had seldom a bad year since becoming the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams 9 years ago. Sean McVay is one of the longest tenured head coaches right now in the NFL after Harbaugh. Tomlin went out, and the other guy, that was terrible. I had to snap again. McDermott. Those 3 went out. And now you look at the top 5 and you're like, Sean McVay's on this list? This guy's been in the league this long? I either says something really bad about the NFL's owners, or this guy's a really good head coach. And I'm leaning towards a bit of both. But this guy's a really good head coach. He's incredibly talented, and he's here to lead the Rams to a 3rd Super Bowl under his helm with a win today at Lumen Field. And it looks like after 12 minutes, we're finally going to get kicked off from Seattle, Washington, where it is a temperate 49 degrees, I believe. 71 degrees? I was way off. What? No way it's 71, surely. Was I reading in Celsius? It's 42. Someone needs to fix that app. It's 42 degrees in Seattle. Cloudy to sunny. We got good football conditions all night long. And Jason Myers has us underway. In 4 hours, we'll know who's playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And this will be taken out to the 31-yard line, where he will meet a brick wall. And these two longtime rivals have kind of rekindled the rivalry this year, because for many years it was just kind of, Jared Goff against Russell Wilson. No one could really get excited about that. But Matthew Stafford against Sam Darnold, this is incredible. I mean, Matthew Stafford's had an MVP year, and Sam Darnold not that far behind. But his story is incredible as well. And when I tell you that this game is unstoppable force against a movable object, I mean it. Hand off to Kyren Williams to start this game off, and he's going to get a solid run for a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Los Angeles Rams. I mean, top offense against the top defense, Rams, Seahawks. Can't get much better than this, truly. Take a look at this Rams offensive line. Eric Jackson, Steve Avila, Coleman Shelton, Kevin Dotson, and Warren McClendon Jr. Other members of this offense got Stafford, of course, Kyren Williams, wide receivers Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams is back, Keon Konata Mumpfield, remember him, and Colby Parkinson, the tight end. Stafford passes a little behind Puka Nacua, but he makes the grab for 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 3. This is something that I pointed out a lot last week when the Rams took on Chicago, and we had that great finish there. When you can really get an idea of what kind of play the Rams are running by their tight end personnel. There is no team in the NFL that uses the triple tight ends, the double tight ends more than the Los Angeles Rams. They do it in so many different ways. You just got to watch to where they're lined up, and it'll tell you a thing or two about the play they're about to run. Matthew Stafford's going to drop back, and he's going to try and hit Nacua, but that was a tough catch, and he cannot come down with it. So a bit of lockdown defense from Seattle, and the top-ranked defense forced a 3-and-out for the top-ranked offense. I mean, that is a near impossible catch. That would have been a miracle just an early highlight for Los Angeles if Puka Nacua were able to come down with that one. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him, but you never know. So here's Ethan Evans, the Rams punter, kicking off to the dangerous Rashid Shaheed. And this one is going to be fielded or fair caught at the 19-yard line. So we got a chance to see Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks offense now after the quick 3-and-out for the Rams. Seattle, of course, you got Sam Darnold, who's got a little bit of Ram trouble as of late. 29 wins in the last 2 seasons, which are the most in the NFL, including the postseason, out of any quarterback. That's crazy. You told us 8 years ago, hey, Sam Darnold is going to have the most wins in a 2-season span than any other quarterback in the NFL. And you tell us that when he was on the Jets, and I'm pretty sure not a single person would believe you. Just go by 2019. I'm not sure anyone would have any idea what you were talking about. Think you were crazy. So a fake screen on the opening play, handoff to Kenneth Walker. And Walker's got a similar run to Kyron Williams on that first play, probably around 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. Seahawks offense, you got their line, Charles Cross, rookie Gray Zabel, Jalen Sundle, Anthony Bradford, and Abraham Lucas. Their running backs and receivers, you got Kenneth Walker, fullback Buddy Russell, and receivers Jackson Smith-Njigba, Cooper Kupp, Rashid Shaheed, and of course the tight end A.J. Barner, who's been incredible. He's the one who came down with the game-winning touchdown in their last meeting, the one we did back on December 9th or 18th. Sam Darnold, quick throw, a hard catch for Njigba. Can't reel it in. 3rd and 5 now. Seeing a few similar drives to start this one. Let's take a look at the Rams. Their defensive line, Braden Fitz, Poona Ford, and Kobe Turner. Their linebackers, some of the best in the NFL. Byron Young, Omar Spates, Nate Landman, and Jared Verse. Secondary, Emmanuel Forbes Jr. They have him back. Quentin Lake, Cam Curl, and Kobe Durant, who had 2 interceptions last week against Caleb Williams. Cooper Kupp's in motion here on 3rd down. They were dead center in season average on 3rd down this season. Darnold to throw. He's going to throw one up deep. He's got Shaheed. Shaheed down the sideline to the 24. And here come the fireworks. And Seattle's off to a blazing start with a big 3rd and 5 conversion. As Shaheed, it's just a simple route. He just beats Williams fairly. And Rashid Shaheed showing some of that speed that he has, that he was so well known for in New Orleans. What a good acquisition from the trade deadline. If you're Seattle, I mean, phenomenal job getting this guy at the trade deadline. Probably the steal of the trade deadline. It was a fairly quiet deadline, so this was probably the best acquisition of midseason. Darnold's going to throw a screen now to Jackson Smith-Njigba, who makes one man miss. He's got Quentin Lake on the edge, and he's inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal for Seattle. And a red-hot start for the Seahawks offense as they're already inside the Los Angeles 10. I mean, this is really as simple. They just send Shaheed out in a streak and just trust his speed, and Darnold puts it right in the breadbasket. About as good of a throw as it gets if you're Sam Darnold. 1st and goal now for the Seahawks. They were 4 for 6 in the divisional round for the 49ers on the red zone, but generally they're not the best red zone offense. 21st in the regular season. Hand off Kenneth Walker is going to try and make some men miss, and he'll get 3 yards. 2nd and goal. Just about 4 minutes have been played thus far. Seattle, 2nd and goal from around the 5 or 6 yard line. Let's say at a 6. Clint Kubiak offensive style kind of birthed from the Gary Kubiak tree. So no surprise there. Barner in motion, hands it off to Kenneth Walker, and Walker gets he's still on his feet. Oh, man. Gets down to the 2, and Kenneth Walker, I'm telling you, how many times do I have to say it? This guy's a beast. He's one of the better running backs we've seen in Seattle since Marshawn Lynch, dare I say. This guy is just so talented. He runs with the sort of downhill speed and power that you want out of a running back. I mean, any team would love to have this guy, and he's just developed so far from when he started in the NFL. Again, just can't say enough good things about Kyron Williams and now Kenneth Walker as well. These two guys on either side of the ball, just phenomenal running backs. Hand off to Walker, and Kenneth Walker, touchdown! He waddles on in, and Seattle strikes first. Kenneth Walker. The actions speak for the words. 6-0 to start the game here at Lumen Field. And what a start for Seattle. As you see Walker, he just bounces to the outside. Jared Verse in pursuit, and he just leaps for the end zone. Brilliant run by Kenneth Walker. And the extra point from Jason Myers is good. 7-0, 5 minutes off the clock in the first quarter, and Seattle is rolling to start this one. What did I say? Kenneth Walker. Next up, Kyron Williams. It's a game about the running backs. Coming into this one, in my mind, the keys to the game were always who runs the ball better. Because Seattle's not going to be able to win this game relying on Darnold to, get the ball out quickly. That's not how Darnold operates. He doesn't operate in a quick throw offense. And with the Rams coming at him from all directions, you gotta be able to rely on the run game. I loved the play calling from Clint Kubiak on that opening drive there. It's like number one defense and number one offense versus the Rams. Sure does. I mean, Seattle, hey, their offense was nothing to sneeze at this season. They had a pretty phenomenal offense. I'll get the real statistics up here on the side. I'm pretty sure they were top 10 as well. Nothing to sneeze at all. Let me count. I got to do math. Hold up. Yeah, maybe the 10th ranked offense in yards per game. I mean, that is incredibly solid. You look at points per game, they're sorry. They climb even higher. Nonetheless, they're third in points per game. The only team separating them and the Rams is the New England Patriots, the team that the winner will be facing in the Super Bowl. The facts are the facts. It's just you're just laying it out in front of us. Oop. Just laying it out in front of me there. It's perfect. Offense wins championships. You know what they say. Nobody says that. So the Seahawks, they're the best team in points allowed per game with only 17.2. But the Rams, again, this is not a team that's particularly far behind. They fall in at 11th or 12th. They allow about 20.4 points per game, according to what I have here. So they're not that far apart. There's about 3 points separating their defense in points per game. And if you check out yards per game, where's Seattle? Oh, there they are. If you check in yards per game, they're also not that far. They're not as far as you might think. Everyone's been saying, oh, the Seahawks offense is so much better than the Rams defense. The Rams defense is so much better than the Seahawks, and vice versa. Everyone's saying, oh, the side of the ball that matters is the Rams offense and the Seahawks defense. That's not the case, because the Seahawks have a very excellent offense, and the Rams have a surprisingly good defense, considering what we've heard of them. Their issue really this season has been secondary coverage. They've had to build their defense up. Because you look at their defense is just babies. They got baby players out there. Omar Spates, Jared Verse, Braden Fisk. You can't name a player on the Rams team that's been with the team for more than 3 or 4 years on their defense. It's a young defense, so it took a while for them to mesh into the season, but credit to Chris Shula and the job he's done. And we'll see, maybe the job he's done here will lead to him getting another job. But from what I'm hearing, he's running out of options. But we'll get to that later. Offense wins championships. God, 2026. Hey. Defense wins games. Offense wins championships. Look at the Houston Texans. Defense wins games. Offense wins championships. It really has felt reversed this season. Strong special teams work by the Seahawks on that return. Little bit of a kerfuffle at the end. Ref split it up quickly. First and 10 for Matthew Stafford from their own 27-yard line. Seahawks defense has been led by Mike McDonald, and boy, has he done a job. He's done an incredible job. And he's become so successful that people are comparing future coaches to him. Hand off Blake Corum, this one is. He's going to get 3 or 4, depending on the spot. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 30, so a gain of 3 from Blake Corum. Yeah, but when earlier this week, Jesse Minter was hired as the Ravens' next head coach, and people were saying, oh, Jesse Minter brings that Mike McDonald factor into the Ravens coaching staff. And I'm like, wow, that must be crazy. You've been in the league for 2-3 years, and you're already be considered a good enough coach that new coaches are being held to the standard that you set. Play action pass. Stafford unloads deep. He's got Nakua. He's got it. Big play, Los Angeles. Top offense showing their true colors. And a bomb from Matthew Stafford. That couldn't have been much more perfectly placed. Stafford knows his way around a pocket, and he just drops one right into Nakua's hands. Good catch as well. Through the potential pass interference from Devon Witherspoon. Potential, but wow. What a throw from Stafford. Here we go. And Stafford to throw here on 1st and 10. He's looking for the end zone, and he overthrows Nakua. That time, I think we're going to see a lot of this. We're going to score. Okay, then we'll respond. I don't think we're going to see anyone pull ahead. Sean McVay in his career, he is 10-5 in the postseason and 2-0 in NFC Championship games, which you stack that up with other coaches in the NFC, in the NFL history under the age of 40, and you will find that is not a long list or even an existent list. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. From the 26, Stafford looks towards deep again for Adams. There's got to be a flag there. Really? I would have called holding or illegal contact. All right. Interesting no call there. I think it might have been illegal contact, but they don't like calling that. I understand letting them play, especially because, it's an NFC Championship game. Let them play for a Super Bowl. It's 3rd and 10 for the Rams inside Seahawks territory. 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Stafford looks left, tries to zing one in, and is short of Nakua. Be 4th and 10. So the Rams are going to kick a field goal here. They're going to send out Mevis. Harrison Mevis. Not Matt Mevis. Definitely not named Matt. Just FYI. He's 4 of 4 this postseason. And make that 5 for 5. 44-yard attempt is good for Harrison Mevis, and the Rams are on the board. So explosive plays galore for Seattle and Los Angeles. And the Rams with a nice little response. Not the whole way there, though. So still a 4-point lead for Seattle and Seahawks ball. Just like I'm gonna be obsessed with the commercials because I know they're all like preludes to the Super Bowl commercials. He-Man. Okay. Anyway, never miss Mevis. Wow. We'll see. I mean, honestly, it comes down to whether they trust him in the Super Bowl. They're up against New England. Do they trust him to make the kick? You know what kick I'm talking about. The inevitable 4th and 3 from the 43, for example. It's like a 60. You trust him to make the 60-yard kick? Do you? The 60-yard kick on 4th and 2, game on the line. That's the question. I don't think I trust Harrison Mevis to make that kick. I don't trust Andres Boreales to do that either, but it's like for New England, I'm like, I don't know what they're going to do. Honestly, the kicker that I trust the most out of the remaining 3 teams is Jason Myers of Seattle. And that's, not all that good. No offense to them or anything, but Jason Myers, like, he's a good kicker, but he's not an elite kicker, which is why I'm kind of like, wow, it's really surprising that I trust him more than the other 2. Although, Harrison Mevis hasn't been bad, and I love Andres Boreales because he's from the U, but I don't know that I would trust Andres Boreales to kick a 60-yard field goal in the football with the game on the line. I don't know. I just wouldn't trust him. Same for Mevis. Myers is close. I would be like, I would trust him, but only barely. Be like, don't miss. It's one of those go. But if you miss, you're fired. That's the correct response. How much value do you put towards a good kicker? I don't know. I mean, like, it's quite helpful. But it's not going to lead your team to the Super Bowl or anything. Like, on their own. But it helps. Like, look at Jacksonville. I mean, amazing kicker. Offense kind of let him down. Amazing kicker. Defense kind of let him down. Around those lines, it's kind of like, kicker's good. You need a good kicker. You don't need an amazing kicker. Like, Jason Myers is a good Super Bowl winning kicker. Will Lutz as well is like, that's a solid Super Bowl winning kicker. But like Harrison Mevis and Andres Boreales, they just, I don't know how they got this far. Get to the Super Bowl, they're going to miss a 45-yard field goal, and you'll be like, how did they make it here? Who invited this guy? Like, Boreales missed like a 44-yarder earlier against Denver. Good kicking wins championship games. Hey, don't knock the kickers. I could pull up probably like 10 different videos about how the kickers kick game-winning field goals in the Super Bowl. 1st and 10. Barner in motion, handoff to Kenneth Walker. And Kenneth Walker is going to get, he's still going. He just never stops running. Gets 5 yards, 2nd and 5. He probably still wasn't down. He was laying on top of someone. I mean, honestly, just the way he runs makes you think that he runs in his sleep or something, because he runs hard. And there is Clint Kubiak, who I expect to be the next coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Bold prediction there. Thought I'd throw that in. Play selection for Seattle. They've had 5 runs and only 3 passes, which in my opinion, that's fine. You run the ball to open up the play action. Speaking of play action, they get it and deliver to Barner, who fumbles, but it's out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10. But this is kind of I'm very familiar with this scheme. Trust me. When I said, I'm like, he's gonna, he's running the ball a lot so that he can open up the play action. I'm familiar. If you know, you know. No, this is he's running a San Francisco style offense right now. Run the ball down their throats until they sell out on the run and then go play action on 2nd or 3rd down. Just hand the ball off. Here goes Kenneth Walker, and Walker is gonna get 8 yards. Trucks a guy. 2nd and 2. It's a winning strategy if you got good enough players. But you need all of the areas to kind of click, and it doesn't have to be complicated. This is the reason. This is the similar scheme to what Kyle Shanahan runs in San Francisco. Poor Clint. Hey, he gets Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza, Brock Bowers, Ashton Genty. He'll be fine. Raiders are going to be a top 10 offense next year. We'll see if they hire Clint Kubiak. They don't do something stupid. 2nd and 2, Sam Darnold, handoff. Walker with a great cut. Oh, man. Woo. Cooked him there. That was a great cut from Kenneth Walker. He's playing like he's a Madden game right now. Spates caught air. Beautiful. That is elite cutting level. I mean, just oof. Oh man. Yeah, I'm a sports nerd. You caught me. That is that is running back good. I wonder who told you that. Sam Darnold play action dumps it off to Walker, and the play action opens everything. And Walker is gonna get 14, and he is having himself a day right now. Go ahead, go ahead, just lay it on. Just come on, let me hear it. Let me hear the you were right. Kenneth Walker is really good. Uh, I mean, he's on fire right now. He's only been 2 or 3 drives now, and Kenneth Walker has not stopped rolling. 6 first downs for Seattle, most of them at the hands of Kenneth Walker. And another handoff. This one's going the other way. Loses a yard here. 2nd and 10 or 11. Oh, they're saying no gain. Okay. Refs from Seattle. 2nd and 10. Not sure you ever once talked. What? I'll say it again. Top 10 running back. You cannot name 10 better running backs than Kenneth Walker. I know. I've tried. On stream twice. All right. 2nd and 10 for Seattle. Darnold throws to the sideline. He's got Njigba, and Njigba stays in bounds. Tiptoes his way. 3rd and 2. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Darnold. So this is the Shanahan style, the scheming. You know, they have Christian McCaffrey. We're going to run the ball right down, even before Christian McCaffrey. We're going to run the ball down your throat, down your throat, down your throat. And then suddenly when the run doesn't work one time, we're going to go play action, and you're going to sell out on the run on like 3rd and short or something. We got a guy 40 yards wide open down the field. That's exactly how Clint Kubiak's playing this game right now. And honestly, he's playing it to perfection. He's not making Sam Darnold have to throw hard, difficult throws in any means because they're just open for him. 3rd and 2, play clock's at 2. He'll go play action, rolls to his left. He's going to throw on the run. Whoa, what a catch! Jackson Smith-Njigba. He's got glue on his hands. I am loving this football game. That was a one-handed snatch. No ball movement. I mean, that's as if the ball had no physics at all. And guess what? It's a run play. It's not going to work because it's not Kenneth Walker. loses a yard or 2. That was George Halani. I mean, I'm telling you, 2 great running backs, great quarterbacks, and 2 of the best wide receivers in the NFL. I mean, the ball, literally, it just stopped in his hands. Like, it's got perfect spiral, and he catches it in such a way that the ball doesn't move. That's just incredible technique. He's already got 3 catches for 33 yards for the Seahawks to start the day. 2nd and goal from the 9, as Seattle tries to put the nail in the coffin early. Darnold under center, handoff to Walker. And Kenneth Walker is going to get 3 or 4, still pushing. There's a flag. Alien technology in those gloves? Might as well be. Might as well be. I mean, insane catch. There's a holding on Seattle. There's Clay Martin in his 11th season as an official. This is his first conference championship game. Congratulations to Clay Martin. As per tradition, your officiating crew today shall be announced right now, because either you love them or you hate them. At least you know their names. We got Trawick Boger, Kent Trawick? Wow, maybe not. Trawick Boger, Kent Payne, Jonah Monroe, David Oliver, Anthony Jeffries, Terry Killens Jr., and of course your head referee, Clay Martin. Jackson Smith-Njigba in a lot of motion. They're running man. He didn't have the look. He dumps it off to Walker, and Walker is going to get him back inside the 10, back to the original point. About to get a 10 on a little reverse screen. Again, I've seen a lot of pre-snap motion which again reminds me a lot of a certain offensive scheme, a very certain offensive scheme of I mean, one for one, truly. We're seeing the pre-snap motion, the strange looks, trying to get the defense to show you what they're running, zone or man. And here comes the motion again, and they're running the ball, running the ball, running the ball to open up the play action. Sounds familiar. Darnold throws over the middle, incomplete, headed for Barner, it looked like. Or, yeah, no, incomplete. He got no one. So it'll be 4th and goal. It's the Rams defense, Kobe Durant. There was a lot of I'm not sure what happened there. Durant wanted a face mask. Barner wanted a pass interference. I agree more with Kobe Durant on that one. I think they should have called a face mask on Barner. He was absolutely in the face mask there. 4th and goal for the Seahawks. So here is the 27-yard attempt for Jason Myers. And the kick is good. So it'll be 10-3 Seattle. Rams defense holds strong in the red zone, but the Seahawks are still rolling here in the first quarter. 54 seconds until the start of the second. Good first quarter. I'm looking forward to this as it keeps going down. Darnold, he's 7-9 for 114. Walker, 35 yards on 8 carries and a touchdown. He's got some receiving yards to go on it as well. Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing right now is the classic offensive scheme of Kyle Shanahan or Mike McDaniel or pretty much anyone from the San Francisco tree of coaches, the coaching tree. It's just one for one right now, which is interesting because normally we don't see a whole lot of that from the Seahawks because it tends to be one of the more predictable styles of offense, as proven by the firing of Mike McDaniel. No, granted, I never had any problems with his scheming. I like the idea of wide receiver wide motions, running the ball first, play action, pre-snap. I love all that. Awesome. I hate screen passes, but otherwise awesome. that was my main flaw with McDaniel's scheming is why so many screen passes? They don't work. You need the play to break down a little for a screen pass to work, but just the straight screens, it's like once every drive. Yeah, watching Dolphins games miserable. I'll have you know. Miserable. And I watch one every week in the regular season. Except for that final game of the year. I was happy that I listened to it on the radio until the Patriots were winning 14-3, and then I changed the station. But yeah, it's just incredibly similar design right now from Clint Kubiak in Seattle. Just, the simple play action to open up. Yeah, I mean, run game, open up play action. I'm used to it. It looks very familiar. They're incorporating a lot of the same techniques. Promise I'm wearing a suit. I know you can't tell. I did not think this through. They're showing Mike McDonald now in the first team meeting in April of 2024. He told his team, I'll see you in the NFC Championship game. And a few months later, well, I say a few, 8, 9, 10 months later, they're back. And they're in the NFC Championship game. And it's paying off. Here they are. He didn't say Super Bowl, though. He said NFC Championship game. Trying to give us a little bit of foreshadowing. They have 8 straight wins, the Seahawks do. Their last loss was Week 11 against the Los Angeles Rams. Full circle, huh? And they've beaten the Rams already since then. The Seahawks, one of the best teams in the NFL by far. I would enjoy a Seahawks Super Bowl victory and a Rams Super Bowl victory for that matter. I'm rooting for the NFC. I mean, I wouldn't mind because then, again, I could just say, I was right about Mike Vrabel, which I've said a lot. So, yeah, I would still rather. As a Dolphins fan, I want the Seahawks and the Rams to win. As a broadcaster, I really want the Patriots to win. I called it. First and 10 for the Rams. From their own 35-yard line. Rams have only had the ball for 3 minutes. The Seahawks have had it for nearly 11. Kyron Williams is going to get the handoff here, and he is wrapped up like a present there by Ernest Jones the fourth. Second and 6 now for Los Angeles. 23 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They do not have to snap the ball again. They might just be trying to get them to jump offside. Oh, they do have to snap the ball by 1 second. My mistake. Oh, it's a delayed handoff to Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams explodes up the middle to midfield. And a good run there by Kyron Williams to end our first quarter on a high note. 10-3, the Seattle Seahawks have the lead going into the second quarter. It's the formal finale on the Exponential. Keep on watching. We got 3 more quarters left of the NFC Championship to go. So, the New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Not surprised. Denver, I mean, Stidham, it was a good story, but Denver, ultimately, if they beat New England, they weren't getting past one of these two guys. It just wasn't possible. New England gives us the much more entertaining Super Bowl out of the two teams. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a good run for Denver. They're still going to be really good next year as well. Get to keep Bo Nix on board, get him healthy is a big step for them. Got to get Bo Nix healthy. RJ Harvey has been incredible. From the University of Central Florida, go Golden Knights. Love the boys down there in gold and black. Yeah, Troy Franklin as well. Bo Nix's old wide receiver has really been excellent. Cortland Sutton just continues to be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL year after year. Although I will say he dropped some pretty crucial passes against New England earlier. But New England's going to give us an interesting Super Bowl. For Denver and Buffalo. Speaking of Buffalo. No, I'll do that later. But New England, yeah. No, I really want to talk about Denver. Denver, they did not get the calls they should have gotten on more than one occasion. I really just found that generally they just did not win. They had the reverse effect as the game they had against Buffalo last week. They didn't get any of the calls. Like, it felt like there weren't that many, but it was like there was 4 or 5 calls where I'm just like, okay. Like, yeah, that's fine. Don't call that. I mean, for the record, like, New England played probably the cleanest game imaginable. Like, they didn't make hardly any mistakes. But there were some calls that could have gone the other way. There was a few that I'm like, for instance, the Jarrett Stidham lateral. I'm sorry. That was a forward pass if I've ever seen one. I mean, granted, we didn't get any solid camera angles, but I'm pretty sure it was a forward pass. I saw nothing that would suggest that it was a lateral. I think it was a mistake to change it. I didn't really understand it. Jet sweep to Puka, and Puka is going to get 3 or 4. His helmet's ripped off, and he's getting in the face of the Seahawks defender there, Leonard Williams. Catch it all. Yeah. There's iffy ref calls. Sean Payton didn't coach the best game, and by that I mean he coached probably one of the worst games I've ever seen Sean Payton coach. Just a disaster for him. Not a good look. But fine. So making some noise in Lumen Field on 2nd and 6. Quick throw over the middle. What a catch from Davante Adams. He's streaking in the middle of the field to the 22-yard line. First down, Los Angeles. And Davante Adams keeps on rolling. They missed him last week. Great catch. Great route as well. About as good as it gets. Excellent throw by Matthew Stafford as well. 1st and 10 inside Seahawks territory now. Rams have 8 yards per play right now, showing why they're the best offense in the NFL. Nakua in motion. Handoff, Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams tries to bounce it to the outside, but he is taken down. Good defense there by the rookie Nick Amanwari. I really, really wanted the Dolphins to draft that guy. Speaking of, that is who I predicted the Dolphins would pick with like the 13th pick, and he ended up being taken in the 2nd round, which was just ridiculous because he's been so talented. One of the defensive rookie of the year candidates for sure. Stafford to throw here. Interrupt my own thought. Quick throw over the middle, incomplete, headed towards Devontae Adams. Nick Amanwari again, as suddenly he's locking down for the Seahawks secondary. Yeah, Amanwari, I wanted him in Miami. I thought he was really good safety. He covers gaps really well. He would have been excellent as a Dolphin. Might have even kept McDaniels then, or Greer for that matter, which, isn't, entirely a bad thing that we don't have them. But Amanwari, I still like him. I like what he has to offer, and I picked him for the Dolphins at 13th in my last mock draft. If you want me to do a mock draft again this April, go ahead and let me know, and I'll do one. It'll be fun. Stafford under pressure. Happy feet taken down. Ball's out. Rams are going to get on top of it. Dotson. But good defense from Seattle, making it 4th and forever. And a little bit of, you're welcome. That's Dexter Lawrence with the big play there. Sure. Yeah, okay. I'll do one then. I gotta start thinking. I can tell you right now who the Raiders are picking with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Face mask. Dean Blandino says face mask. Missed one there. Okay. Should have been a face mask. Mevis still got 3. Solid kick from Harrison Mevis from 50 yards out. Yeah, it's a missed call. Sean McVay saw it too. Sean McVay saw it. How did none of the referees saw it? Again, ladies and gentlemen, our referees for today: Treywick Boger, Kent Payne, Jonah Monroe, David Oliver, Anthony Jeffries, Terry Killens Jr., and head referee Clay Martin. just a reminder. So 10-6 for the Rams now. I mean, hey, points are points. In a game like this, you can't be particularly picky about how you get your points. Again, if touchdowns are better than field goals, you should be winning 14-10. Yes. But your defense isn't playing badly. They're not playing great, but they're not playing badly. The field goal keeps you in the game. It's better than nothing. They should have called face mask and you should have been fine ultimately. So if you guys lose by 4 points, go ahead and I just gave you the referees' names. So kidding. Don't do that. If you harass referees, you might struggle to get a new one. Isn't that right, Philadelphia? Anyway. Yeah, there was a story that broke earlier this week about how the reason Philadelphia lost out on the Mike McDaniel sweepstakes is because he's a family man, and he ultimately decided that Philadelphia wasn't a great place to keep his family safe. I'm like, oh, I wonder why. It's not like their previous offensive coordinator's house got egged. I wonder what contributed to that decision. They're in trouble. They're gonna end up with someone they don't want. I mean, maybe they can get Joe Brady if they're lucky. I'm stunned they lost out on Bobby Slowick. Dolphins hired Bobby Slowick as their offensive coordinator instead. I'm like, how did you guys lose to the Dolphins? He was already with us. Like, we didn't like him. How did we get him back? We're like, you could have him. Now, I'll go through over all the coaching hires and shenanigans in the second half, most likely. In the first half, probably later commercial, talk about the national championship game. Give my thoughts on Indiana's win over Miami. 10-6, Seattle leads, and now they're getting the ball from sunny Seattle. Touchback here. So starting from their 35-yard line. Oh, Centennial High School, Roswell, Georgia, tore his ACL in senior season. Cedar Shoals High School football coach while attending the University of Georgia. This is probably Clint Kubiak's Mike McDaniel. Who is it? Mike McDonald? Mike McDonald. Yes, he's a Harbaugh disciple. Play action. Darnold looks deep, then goes back underneath, hits in Jigba, gets 16 yards and a first down into Rams territory. Strike there from Seattle and Sam Darnold. Liking what I'm seeing. I mean, that was a good route. I mean, Seattle's playing at a whole nother level right now offensively. Los Angeles just cannot keep up. 1st and 10 from the Rams 49. Darnold's 8 of 10 for a 130. Bad snap, has to fall back on it. And now he's back at his own 41. And the snap just goes over his shoulder. Good reaction by Sam Darnold recovering his own fumble there. No, he just can't catch it. He just drops it there. But good job getting back on top of it. 2nd and 19 now. So this might be where we see Seattle struggle to run with the San Francisco scheme. Now they're behind the sticks. They kind of have to throw. It'll be interesting to see whether they force the run. They won't. They're going to throw here. And Darnold's under pressure, and he's taken down. Braden Fisk. Told you. It is now 3rd and a mile for Seattle. And this is what happens. Yet they no longer had the mystery of, we might run the ball. So see, it's the Rams just full on rush the quarterback. Verse, Fisk, Young, everyone there. And Fisk gets to him. He had no hope. 3rd and 27. Again, expect a bit of a more aggressive pass rush here from Los Angeles. And they hand it off to Halani anyway. And the Rams do catch up to it. Roger McCreary on the tackle. 4th and 24. They don't really give it their all. So the Seahawks will be punting. Clever job by Chris Shula, grandson of legendary Dolphins head coach Don Shula. And popular head coaching candidate this cycle. He has not yet gotten a position, and honestly, he's running out of positions to get. The Ram Darnold curse. Here we go. Michael Dixon to punt it off to Xavier Smith. And Smith is going to he muffs the punt. He gets back on top of it barely to the 14-13. Dangerous there for Xavier Smith. And that could have been a disaster. Rams finally get a stop. And that would have been worst case scenario. My bad. Everything's just so loud. My microphone, it picks up my voice like a good amount. It picks up everything else so much better than it picks up my voice. What's up with that, huh? Seriously, yeah. The 2024 NFL draft has been quite a good draft class so far. Caleb Williams made it to the divisional round. Jaden Daniels to a conference championship. Bo Nix to a conference championship. And now Drake May to a Super Bowl. Just ignore Michael Penix and JJ McCarthy. It's just better that way. It's happier that way. Especially for the Falcons fans who are like, he could have gone to Cleveland. Someone that says Bills fans after seeing the Pats do a full rebuild and make the Super Bowl again before they did. It's just like a crying guy. That is really funny. I don't even care that we haven't won a playoff game in 25 years. I love watching Buffalo miserable. And like a likable New England as well. It's insane. A Patriots team that I actually, okay. Like they're not my favorite, but I like watching Buffalo suffer. As long as like New England, like they're gonna be good for a while, but we don't need them making the Super Bowl every year, okay? As long as that doesn't happen, we need to switch it up. Because I'll start disliking them if they keep making the Super Bowl. I know it's been proven by Kansas City mostly. Right, here we go. 1st and 10 from inside their 15-yard line. They're 14. Corum is the running back. And he's going to get the handoff. And Blake Corum's got a nice little hole. He's going to run his way for 7 yards. 2nd and 3. You feel so nuts. Hey, we don't. They're in a bad situation right now, which I'll get into more in the second half, although I'm not sure how much longer I can keep delaying it. With the amount of talked about the new head coaches and offensive coordinators already, I feel like I kind of have to jump on it. Me about to get like a message from someone like, you're an NFL broadcaster. Stafford is going to hand it off to Kyron Williams, and Williams with a nice little push is going to get the first down. Gain of 3 or 4. Sorry, I was Blake Corum again. Guys, they're both very good running backs, but 22 and 23, really, it's just impossible. The Rams have played pretty much a classic Rams game. Stafford is generally unaffected by that crowd noise here in Seattle, as is this Rams team, which just perfectly executes every time they're on the football field. And off Corum again, going to get 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Stafford's 3 of 8 for 70 yards now. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Rams offense, most points per game in the NFL. Seahawks defense, we don't allow that many points. Most in the NFL. Well, at least, I guess. The first 2 meetings, they split it 1-1. They scored 58 in the first, 57 in the second. The Rams have 1 more yard than the Seahawks in their 2 meetings, 830 and 829. These 2 teams, they're basically the same, or rather the opposite on paper, but opposite in the right kind of way. Quick throw underneath and a first down for Colby Parkinson. Yeah, I mean, when I came into saying, these teams, they've been like on a collision course. They're on a collision course. Like it's been destined. Don't tell me the NFL's not scripted. There was someone up there going, we need to make it a yard. Quickly get 7 more yards. It's like, oh no, LA outgained them in the first game. We need to outgain them in the second game. Stafford play action. Throws, zips one in. Wow. Through 5 defenders, hits Puka Nacua. Of course, who else? Matthew Stafford showing why he should be MVP. It probably won't be it. Why did they feel the need to show that? Okay. But what a great throw. Incredible throw. I don't know why he you know what you saw. there any other receivers? Apparently, Konata Mumpfield is on the field somewhere. I'll forget who he is when he gets the ball, though. Handoff to Corum. Nowhere. I was right. It was Corum. 2nd and 10. The Daytona 500, February 15th. I'm not big on racing, but I'm big on Florida. Go check that out if you like quality racing in the Sunshine State. I have been to Daytona. It's, it's cool. Sorry, excuse me. Daytona, it's cool. It's a cool place. It's chill there. Stafford, what a handoff. What a decision. Corum, the left side, Blake Corum to the 25. That was a pretty play there. I adored that play call from Sean McVay. I mean, pressure coming from both sides. The Seahawks just jumped at the chance to sack Stafford, and he just hands it off. Calm as can be. And Corum then just takes the open space running. Wow. Stand up. Oh, my back. Getting too old for this. The Rams have actually outrushed the Seahawks today to start this one. And off here to Kyron Williams this time. Williams is back. You just got to keep track of the substitutions. You seem like a NASCAR kind of guy, no offense. Rude. I am a football guy. I tried for I had a friend who really liked NASCAR, so I tried to keep up with that. I'm just like, no, I just don't care enough. There was other sports and stuff happening. I'm like, I just don't care. Stafford throws, hits the flat. He's got, guess who? Puka. He's going to get probably about 7. Yeah, 7 or 8. They're going to give him 7. 3rd and short. I tried. I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, who do you think is going to win the race? I don't know. Let me guess. Is it going to be Lewis Hamilton? No, why would it be Lewis Hamilton? Norris then. Who's that? It's always the same 3. I feel like there's just no mystery in NASCAR. Or I feel that probably is F1. I really don't know. I don't follow any of this stuff. I keep track of it like Lando. I know whatever. I think it's F1 probably. I don't know. Formula 1, I think is what I know. And off, Kyron Williams is going to get 6 yards to the 11-yard line. Sean McVay and company moving like clockwork down the field. This has been a 6-minute drive already. Quick first half. There's only 3 minutes till halftime. Quick second quarter. I mean, we've been blowing through this time today. Haven't gone to a commercial in forever. A lot of action from these two teams come in the final 2 minutes. We learned that in overtime and in the final minutes of the last game. Did I watch the F1 movie? Again, I don't care about racing. No, I didn't. I heard it was good, but no, I heard it was okay. I heard mixed reviews. But no, I didn't watch it. But Brad Pitt, I'm going to be honest, not my favorite Brad. I don't know that I have a favorite Brad, though. I can only really think of one other Brad. Wait, give me a second. I gotta Google guy's name, Brad. Brad Garrett is my favorite Brad. That is just a fact. Nope, he's like, Brad Pitt's like my second favorite Brad. Brad Garrett takes over Brad Pitt any day. I had to look. I'm like, Brad Garrett, that guy. He's the man. Hand off to Corum. Blake Corum gonna get a yard, maybe 2. 2nd and 9. I mean, like, if you were truly born, if you have truly lived and been cultured, you know Brad Garrett is the best Brad. Anyone who's either been raised in the 90s or was born in the 90s. Actually, I feel like that show's older. Yeah, whatever. No, it was 90s, right? It was still running in early 2000s. I think. Second and 8. Oh, somebody jumped. Someone jumped. Or someone called timeout because there's no flags. Oh, okay. It was the 2-minute warning. I really thought someone. Okay, 2-minute warning from Seattle. The Seahawks lead 10-6, second and 9 from the Seattle 10 for the Los Angeles Rams when we come back. Another movie trailer. Wow. I didn't see that coming out. Wait, what, January? July. Really? Okay. 90s and yeah. Okay. Thank you. I was gonna like it was 90s. It was like 90s, early 2000s. I was having trouble. I don't know when shows release or anything. It's like it's the same thing as like when people are like, oh, what was the name of Taylor Swift's 7th album? I'm like, I don't know albums. I'm not insane. It's the same thing. When was the show released? When was the album released? Yeah, they're showing I think it was well, let me check. I don't know what they've decided to name it. I don't want to miss. No, it's Supergirl, yeah. It actually looks, yeah, okay. Wow. What? How? There's so much confusing me. Yeah, I was watching the first Supergirl commercial now. It's in June 26th. And Jason Momoa is not Aquaman. I don't know enough about DC. I'm trying. I watched Justice League. And then I watched Superman. And they retitled it. It used to be called Supergirl World of Tomorrow. Or Woman of Tomorrow. Yeah, that's an awful title. Anyway, out from the 2-minute warning. Second and 8. Just talking cinema. Second and 8 here from the Seattle 10. Tight end come in motion there. He's slipping out in the flat. He's got Kyron. Touchdown Rams. He was wide open. About as open as can be. And the Rams have the lead. I mean, the tight end, when I tell you the tight ends control this offensive scheme, he slips out and he gets the linebacker to bite hard on the tight end in the flat. I mean, if you were watching that play, I believe it was Colby Parkinson. He comes in motion, rolls out, and he just runs to his right. And the linebacker just bit on that route because he knew that he's the one supposed to be covering the middle of the field. Tight end goes that way. All the wide receivers run to the right as well. Take the entire defense with them. That is just fantastic scheming from Sean McVay, leaving Kyron Williams about as open as can be. I mean, wow. He had more space to catch that football than pretty much anyone else has ever had. I mean, wide open. Well done, Rams. 13-10. The Rams have the lead. 1:55 to go. He had a little room. He had a lot of room. He was wide open. He was the only guy in town. I watched the 4-hour director's cut. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny. I thought it was quite good. I guess it's a new universe with some of the same. Yeah, I don't know. He's not playing Aquaman. I was just like, okay. I think he's playing a bad guy as well. I don't know much about DC lore, but it looks like he's playing a villain. I didn't even recognize him in the commercial. I was like, that's Jason Momoa. Minute 55 till halftime from Seattle. Rams lead by 3. It's been a good game so far. Haven't seen a lot of stops, but what we have seen are sustained drives. We've seen some mighty long boom, 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 back and forth kind of drives right now, showing just the kind of physicality in the game that we're in. This isn't just, a game. This is for the Super Bowl. We've only seen 2 punts, one from each team. The Rams have the 2 field goals and a touchdown. Seahawks have a touchdown and a field goal. Watch them go out here and get another field goal, tie the game, and then they basically look at their stats, and it's just like, what's happening? We just watching the same game, just different colors. Magnificent matchup. I mean, they are even on paper. There is really no way. I mean, the Seahawks, they only have 16 yards less than the Rams right now, and the Rams just went on this massive drive. They're showing what I was pointing out to you earlier. The tight end gets the linebackers to bite, and then he's so open. Look at that. I'm ahead of Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt because, the tight end motion really is what makes this Rams team. They have been the heart and soul of the Rams offense without anyone noticing. They're not flashy on paper, but secretly they serve one of the most important roles on the entire team. It's the power of being hidden in the background. What is Michael Strahan doing? Yeah, no, I promise I'm never doing that when I'm on TV. Probably do something more like whatever Howie was doing. Howie saw him dancing. Went, hey, good to see you. Let's go shake that guy's hand over there. Ignore the stupidity. 1st and 10. Cooper Kupp comes into the slot, hands it off to Kenneth Walker. Here they go again. And Walker is going to be pushed out of bounds after a gain of 2. 1:49 till the half. Most anticipated 2026 movies. Picks from me: Avengers, Spider-Man, and Jumanji 3. Ooh. Avengers definitely. I didn't know there was a new Spider-Man coming out, but I'm looking forward to that. Marvel movies, just any Marvel movies. I didn't know the 3rd Jumanji was this year. I knew it was soon, but I didn't think it was this year. So I'm excited for that as well. Love the Jumanji series. 2nd and 9. Darnold steps up, throws, tipped and incomplete. Good defense by Kobe Durant on Cooper Kupp. 3rd and 9 now for Seattle. Uh-oh. The Rams have 2 timeouts here. Could get the ball back. I'm telling you, most of the action in these games comes in the final 2 minutes. Have the outfit and the move. Yeah. Just turns into Kyle Bond. I'm smoother than James Bond though. Oh, George Halani off his fingertips. And so the Rams are going to get the ball back with 1 minute 41 seconds and 2 timeouts. That was wide open. And Zach Charbonnet on the sideline thinking, I really could have caught that. Michael Dixon to punt this one away. Gonna hope it's a good punt. And it'll be fair caught at the 17. There is a flag. We'll see where they put this one after the penalty marker. Holding on the kicking team. Thank you, Clay Martin. He was just holding 41. Did you say 41? Kicking team number 4. I'm trying to get better at reading lips. 41, right? Surely. Stole. Who stole 41? Yo! It's 41. Han stole there. Let's go. Yeah, I'm also really looking forward to the Odyssey. I really am. I think it's going to be excellent. I'm really, I think it could be good if done right. I mean, it's Christopher Nolan, so, and the cast is, it should be just absolute cinema, you know. That's the suit. Could be perfect. It could be really, really good. Looking forward to that. Let's see. I really don't know. Yeah, it should be a great one. Just a matter of yeah, I like that stuff. I'm a nerd again. Movies coming out in 2026. Let's see what they got. That should be terrible. That should be terrible. That should be terrible. That should be terrible. I want to watch that. I've been meaning to watch that. I don't know. We'll see. How is this 2026? Check IMDb because everything else is useless. Terrible. That'll be good. I think that it's already out. I'm gonna have to watch it. It looks good. That's this movie called People We Meet on Vacation. It's like a rom-com on Netflix. It looks good though, and I've heard good things. I'll probably watch it. Doomsday expected December 18th. Plot under wraps. Definitely not a GTA 6 moment there. December 18th. I don't believe you. I don't know if I know that one. Yeah. It's People We Meet on Vacation. It's on Netflix. I just see the commercial. I'm like, oh, that's cute. I've heard like excellent things about it, so I might watch it. Oh, what's this? This Easter. Ooh. Is this The Chosen? Maybe. The Faithful, Woman of the Bible. That could be interesting. Yeah, although if you haven't watched The Chosen, highly recommend. Watch The Chosen. It's excellent. Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah, that'll be good. That's on my list. Definitely. No. It's been too long. I lost interest. What? Okay, wait. I'll keep reading that in a moment. No, they have a mortuary assistant movie coming out. What? They can do that? Hand off to Kyron Williams. He gets 5 yards. Second down. They're going hurry up now. Minute 20. Clock's still running. Stafford throws towards the sideline. Ooh, incomplete. Excellent defense from Nick Amanwari. Hitting him with the good old-fashioned seatbelt. And man, he was wearing Puka Nacua like a seatbelt on that one. He closed that gap perfectly. That is about as good of defense as it gets. Nick Amanwari is having a nice start to this game for the Seahawks secondary. 3rd and 5. Remember, Seattle's got 3 timeouts. Seattle could get the ball back before halftime. Just keep going back and forth. 3rd and 5 here. Stafford under pressure. He's going to launch one up. He's got Puka and it's swatted away. Good defense. Seattle secondary playing well. That was Reek Woolen. Timeout. Oh, did they call their timeout before the play? Are they going to count that? We'll see when they come back whether they counted that play. Movie I was saying that I lost interest in because it's been so long since they started teasing it is Project Hail Mary. I'm probably going to skip it just because I thought it already came out. I feel like I've been seeing ads for this movie for 2 years. Thought it was already out. Iron Lung movie? Crazy. They're just making movies out of video games now. They're just okay. I mean, it's R. Whatever. Whatever. I don't like R movies. Stafford underneath. I guess it makes sense. Like, right. I'm still excited. Like, the common worry with the lockdown defense again there. Is trying to throw it to Ronnie Rivers, the running back in the flat, and Amanwari is just Ireland's really. I didn't know that. Interesting. That makes sense why it's R. I just don't think it's necessary. Most things that are rated R, I'm like, you could make this for a broader viewership, can't you? Come on. I just generally avoid R. This one will be fair caught at the 26 from Rashid Shaheed. And the Seahawks have 3 timeouts in 54 seconds. So Seattle's defense, Mike McDonald and Aiden Durd, put on a showcase. Dune Part 3. By the way, expected release date is the same as Avengers. That's crazy. They're releasing Dune Part 3 and Avengers, having them compete. Be like Barbenheimer all over again. What do they call that one? Doomsday? That's actually quite clever. Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. Excited for that. Ish. They'll probably screw it up. But but yeah, I could still get excited about that. Any Star Wars movie, really. Supergirl, we'll see. Could be good. Toy Story 5, really? Okay. June 19th as well. That's really soon, and I haven't heard anything about it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. Moana live action, come on. I'll watch it. Oh, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Yeah. We're watching that. Jumanji 3. Yeah. Okay. Gotta watch that. Narnia. What? Interesting. A new Narnia movie. Probably watch that. A lot of cool movies coming out. Yeah, this is a good list. Very solid. And 3. Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, wait, I remember. Yeah, there's a lot of movies. Madden, John Madden movie. That'll be good. Featuring Nicolas Cage as John Madden, mind you. That should be fun. Minions 3. Interesting. Look at these Pro Bowlers. Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford, Jared Verse, and Byron Young for the Rams. The Seahawks, Sam Darnold, DeMarcus Lawrence, Rashid Shaheed, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. 2 other guys that disappeared too quickly. But there's a lot of Pro Bowl votes at stake here for these 2 squads. Someone's going home without that Pro Bowl. I mean, that's okay because it's just, a child's game in Central Florida. But you'd think I'd like more, but I don't. Sam Darnold throws sideline. What a catch! Jackson Smith and Jigba. He just amazes every time he touches the football. And I mean, highly contested, and he still makes the catch there. I mean, that's insane. It's not okay. And he got out of bounds as well. 49 seconds, still got 3 timeouts. Darnold throws, almost intercepted. Dangerous throw. It's incomplete. 44 seconds left now. Cage might be the perfect cast in there. I think so. I think it could be good if they do it right. I think it has a lot of potential. No one more fitting to make a movie about, a documentary style movie, than about the legendary late great John Madden. We need a turducken, ladies and gentlemen. Second and 10 for Seattle after the dangerous throw from Darnold. His first real contested throw of the day. Darnold steps up deep. Darnold, he got a Jigba. Oh my goodness, he took a shot after that one. How does he do it? Wow. Jackson Smith and Jigba catches it, gets popped, and still catches it. Wow. Unbelievable. He is just so talented. I cannot believe this guy. This wide receiver matchup is just at another level. Wow. What a catch. Unbelievable. Timeout Seattle there. They're down to 2, but they're in field goal range already. Seattle is moving now. The deep plays have been their friend so far tonight. In Jigba, in motion to the right side. They need to start locking him down, double coverage, force him to throw somewhere else. And he throws somewhere else here, hits George Halani, makes a man miss. Halani's inside the 10, and the second Seattle timeout comes. First and goal to go for Seattle. 30 seconds left. You have a John Madden? Maybe. I gotta listen to John Madden's voice.
Go curate for.
There's a commercial for something. Nope, that's still a commercial. These guys, not John Madden, on your screen.
My name's John. That's John Madden. The last thing I'd say is when I was coaching Red.
Yeah, it's kind of more like this. He's got an undertone to it. It's not my best. I haven't practiced it very much, but he has such an exciting way of depicting the game. It makes you want to listen more. There's a false start on Seattle. But it just sounds like he just loves every single thing he's talking about, which is what makes John Madden so special. Is that he'll be talking, he'll be commentating, and it truly sounds like he just loves the game. He just wants to keep on going and going and talking and talking. And yeah, that's why I love him. That's why he's a legend, is because no one's ever loved the game like John Madden. No one's ever lived for the game like John Madden. Truly. First and goal. I would love to meet him. It would, one day. You know, that would have been crazy. What? He's a legend. Hall of Famer. Darnold under pressure throws for the end zone, and Jigba caught it. But he was up the back of the end zone. He was just flexing on him after that one. He was a solid 5 yards out of the end zone, but what a catch. I mean, think about it. John Madden saw Puka Nacua and Jackson Smith and Jigba play. Oh my goodness. he would lose it. Even more than I do when I see some of these plays. Second and goal. 25 seconds left. Darnold, under pressure, tosses one up. He's got him! Touchdown! JSN! The Seahawks are back on top. Wow, this guy's everywhere. I mean, look at this. Darnold steps up under pressure off his back foot. I don't even know how his arm bended that way. And Njigba, just perfect route running, stops right in the zone and just lets the ball come to him. He is everywhere. Extra point from Jason Myers is good. 17-13. Let's rewind back about 20-30 minutes ago when I said the most action in a game like this happens in the last 2 minutes. Proving me right, Jackson Smith-Njigba and the Seattle Seahawks. 17-13, 20 seconds till halftime. Come here. Oh, there was a scuffle between these two rivals. Gray Zabel, who just inherited this rivalry this year, got into a bit of a shouting match. Perfect throw. Got to make those in the moment. Has Darnold proven himself here? I think Sorry. My screen went pink. It's like, what? I think Clint Kubiak is making his life as easy as can be. I think the way Seattle has schemed this way is so different than any other game we've seen from the Seahawks. It's incredible. I think he's done a remarkable job. And that's why I think Clint Kubiak could be very scary depending on where he ends up going as a head coach elsewhere in the league. Because there's just no way in my mind he doesn't get hired by the Bills, Browns, Cardinals, or Raiders. He is excellent. Truth is, I've liked him from his Minnesota days. Know that because I knew that he was in Minnesota. That's how you know I liked him. I went back when Mike Zimmer was the coach. He was the offensive coordinator there. And he's the one who made, Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum. He made those guys good. And that was impressive all on its lonesome. So I was impressed with him all along. And he also called the plays in New Orleans, made Derek Carr look somewhat respectable for 4 weeks. And then here in Seattle, he's making Sam Darnold look like an MVP. With 8 seconds to go, Stafford zipped one underneath. Got 13 yards, called their timeout. So they have 8 seconds. No more timeouts for them. So they need a shot at the end zone, a 7-second, 30-yard throw. Doesn't feel likely. I guess they got to the 41. It's doable. They only need 20. At minimum. It's not impossible. The decibel level, 112 at Lumen Field. Oof. They call it the 12th man because there's 12 men, basically. I mean, they're loud in Lumen Field. Voted many times the harshest environment to play in all of professional sports. So Seattle will receive the second half kickoff after halftime. Halftime, I will depart momentarily. Oh, Jackson Smith-Njigba has a nasty scar on his arm. It's probably from the big shot he took earlier on the ridiculous catch. 1st and 10 from the 41. The Rams need 20 yards in 8 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3. Stafford, no more time. He needs a touchdown. 1 second. Too little, too late. Oh, it's intercepted. And Kamanwari, was he down? They're saying he's down. Can you really call him down, refs? Amanwari takes it all the way back anyway. It's halftime. Just let him go all the way back, just for fun. So yeah, they're saying he was down by contact, which was correct, but they should have let him go anyway. The Seahawks have scored on 3 of their 5 drives. The Rams had a 12-play, 87-yard drive in the second quarter, and the Seahawks lead by 4 and get the ball next. It's going to be an interesting second half. Winner takes on New England and heads to Santa Clara for the Super Bowl. We'll see. There's the Seahawk. There's the Seahawk there. Wait, he blinked weird. He looked at me funny. Could playing away from home affect the Hawks if they make the Super Bowl? I guarantee you the only difference that's going to make is it won't be quite so loud. You could say that about any team. Is it going to affect New England that they're not the home team? Yeah. Is it going to affect Seattle that they're not the home team? Yeah. They're going to be on an even playing ground. If anything, I think Seattle has the home field advantage over New England if they win this game. Because Seattle's closer to San Francisco geographically. Their fans don't have to go as far. It's just like, right there. It's not that far. They play there once a year. Guaranteed. Like, they know what it's like to play at Levi Stadium with the best of them. They're used to Levi Stadium being a hostile environment where there's all 49ers fans. So it really shouldn't make much of a difference, especially not when 50% of the crowd are your own fans. So it should actually be more comfortable for them. New England fans, I think, will they might just stay on the West Coast. It might be a good idea to just go to the West. Just go to the West Coast. Don't go home and have to deal with the time change all over again. There's no need to. It would just be better to stay mountain West Coasty area, and I would be wise. Right. It is halftime. I will be taking a short break, and by that I mean a halftime break. I'll be back as soon as halftime kicks off for the second half. Seahawks get the ball first, lead 17-13. Thanks for watching the first half. We'll see you in the second. Welcome back to the second half from Newman Field. Hello. All right. Look at the Irish, I suppose. We're back from Lumen Field, the NFC Championship game. The Seahawks lead by 4. Welcome back to the Exponential. Halftime, 17-13. Seahawks have a lead. Seattle's getting the ball to start the second half. First half, we saw Seattle operating in a way that we just haven't seen before. It was effective. It was surgical. It was very Miami Dolphins-esque. Let's just say that. The style of play reminded me a lot of the San Francisco sort of style, which is fitting considering if they continue to play like this, San Francisco is exactly where they're heading in 2 weeks' time. As for the Rams, they've been playing as well as they have all year. They're struggling a bit in the red zone, so they have to keep up the pace there. But all in all, both teams are running the ball very effectively. The wide receivers are balling out. This is an incredible matchup, and I'm excited for the second half. And Shaheed doesn't quite get the return he wanted there, so he's going to have to just take the touchback. Here is Aaron Andrews on the sideline.
And Jimba and what he did there in that first half. He said the guy is an absolute stud. You bet we talked about it. We got to find a way to stabilize him. And offensively, he wants to see sustained drives, run the ball efficiently, and finish.
Just talking about it, Sean McVay wants to be able to finish drives more effectively, force turnovers, and shut down Jackson Smith and Jigba, who had an 115-yard first half. It's understandable why we'd want to shut him down there. Kenneth Walker has also had a nice first half. He's going to get 4 yards, bring up 2nd and 6 now. For Seattle, here's Tom Rinaldi to tell us what's happening with Seattle.
Defensively, he said, the Rams showed more 12 personnel than they had before. We need to adjust to it, went on 1st and 2nd down, and put more pressure on Stafford. Finally, his message, we're right where we need to be, where we talked about being. We need to continue.
Mike McDonald says he's right where we need to be, but we got to put more pressure on Stafford and address their 12-man formation. Ironic, that they're running a 12 out formation like they normally do. I mean, they've definitely increased it today. And Jigba, he's going to hit him on a crosser. It's a nice gain of 12 there and a first down for Seattle. And Jigba has just been, or Smith and Jigba, sorry, he's just been unstoppable all first half. And Darnold, he's just throwing it up, and Jigba's coming down with it. So what's the Pro Bowl like nowadays? It sucks. There you go. Just lay it out for you. Simpletons turns. It's awful. It's just like they all just pretend to have a good time. They play flag football. It's gross. It's a disgrace. Darnold, under a lot of pressure, just has to throw it away. Pressure coming from Jared Verse. So pressure gets to Darnold there. Ooh, looks like they might have been treating him for an injury of some kind. And he's showing a bit of a wince there. Something worth keeping an eye on, perhaps related to his oblique injury. Under pressure, he's taken 1 sack, 8 pressures, 21 dropbacks for him. I took off my suit. You can really tell that I took it off now. I should go put it back on. I'll put it back on in the next commercial. Darnold, really delayed handoff to Walker, but Braden Fisk reads it well and gives the Rams defense time to catch up. Well played by the Los Angeles Rams defense. There is a flag. It's a holding on Seattle, according to Kevin Burkhardt. I believe him. 76. Abraham Lucas. Gray Zabel. Is Gray Zabel 76 though? Is that progress? Oh, he is 76. Let's go. I was right about the number, wrong about the player. We'll get there. 3rd and 12. Rams showing some pressure. They rush 5. Darnold under pressure. He's got nowhere to go. He's tripped up and taken down. And the Rams get home for the third time tonight, or second and a half time tonight. 4th down for Seattle. I don't know if they're counting the fumble. Good pressure there by Braden Fisk again. He's had a huge impact on this game so far. He's been the predominant rusher for Los Angeles today. And so the Rams are getting the ball, keeping the Seahawks from padding their lead. Rams look like they might be going after this punt. And they do not. Xavier Smith muffs it! It's Seattle football! He should not have done that! The Seahawks special teams! Xavier Smith muffs the football for the second time today, and the Seahawks take over inside the Rams' 20-yard line. Instant red zone for the Seahawks. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, he's not going to catch this. He tried to catch it on the floor, and Derek Young was basically just watching. He was just waiting for him to muff it. As you see him stop, he's waiting. Oh, there we go. He was just waiting for Xavier Smith to drop the football, and it paid off. That is brilliant special teams coaching from Seattle for one. And Xavier Smith, you're not going to get that one back. That is going to hurt. Seattle with the chance to pad their lead now. The Rams defense probably a little demoralized after that one. Get a great stop, great sequence, and then your special teams just sends you right back onto the field. It's play action. Darnold hit as he throws. It's in! Touchdown! Jake Bobo! What a throw from Sam Darnold! And off the Xavier Smith muffed punt, Darnold to Bobo. This game's just flipped on its head. It's a 10-point Seahawks lead. Oh, what a route as well. Good route by Jake Bobo. And Seattle, that was just, that is going to hurt the Rams. Bad snap, but good recovery and a good kick. 24-13. Seattle sideline is celebrating. Xavier Smith makes a poor choice. Derek Young grabs on top of it. Darnold, strike to Jake Bobo. 24-13. The moment that gets him the game. Seriously, that's tough. Sean McVay has got to be just kicking himself for that one. I mean, it's not his fault, but it's hard to come back from that. With a mistake like that. Xavier Smith, second season out of Florida A&M. Of course it's Florida. But these are the Rams. Hey, that's true. If there's any pair of teams that can make a grand comeback, it's going to be the Rams and or the Seahawks. Sorry. These are the Rams. They have Pook. Yeah. Now the Bears. The Bears could come back. Yeah. I mean, we saw the Bears come back. Saw the Rams come back as well. I mean, this is a team that can do it. They can pull it off, but they need to be perfect from here on out because the Seahawks are not going to give them many more opportunities to be able to take this game away from them, especially not with the lead they have now, 24-13. Seattle's not a team to give up a lead very easily. Not very easily at all. Had to go get my jacket. You cannot. There's literally no difference. The only difference is I'm wearing sleeves now. Chipotle. Honestly, it wasn't that good when I stood there. I don't know why. It tasted like they messed something up. No shade towards Chipotle, but not sponsored by them either. Not that that would make them any money. Can't tell the difference. Yeah, no, it's the same. Like it's the same. You can tell the inside of the jacket's blue, and it's got the red like tag in there that I really didn't know was there. I mean, like it's blue inside, but it's just the same color. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna wear this shirt today, and then I ended up wearing this. I'm like, guess this only works in real life. Because in real life, it just looks like a sharp, all black kind of pop up the collar. You look maybe that funeral kind of vibes, but it's not bad. They just, So Noah Whittington is returning there. Man, this Seahawks sideline is pumped up right now. There is nothing stopping their momentum. Chipotle goes out. Something was missing. I feel like they messed it up. Quote 2020. We're gonna have a good quotes here. I got a good feeling about it. Sean McVay looks done. He's smiling, but you can tell that that's one of those smiles where it's just not properly conveying all that he's feeling inside. Play action. Stafford needs a big play, and he's going to go for the big play. What a throw! Terrace Ferguson inside Seahawks territory. Big play that they needed. Wow. Terrace Ferguson telling you the tight ends. They are the heartbeat of this offense, and what a throw from Matthew Stafford. This he's unbelievable. Matthew Stafford, I used to think he was just okay when he was in Detroit. When he came to Los Angeles, he just, a little bit of pushing and shoving. You see the rivalry coming in full effect here. But it's just, these two, Matthew Stafford, he's a Hall of Famer. You cannot deny him the Hall of Fame. The way his career's been. It's phenomenal. He's gotten better and better. Most quarterbacks, they get worse with old age. But Matthew Stafford, he just continues to be the best form of himself day in and day out. I mean, that is a throw not many young quarterbacks can make. He went over the head of like 3 defenders and just put it only where his receiver could catch it. I mean, beautiful. Perfect. Incredible. Colby Parkinson this season, 408 yards receiving. These tight ends, they're everywhere. They like running these multiple jumbo tight end formations. And Stafford throws one up for Adams. Davante Adams down at the 1-yard line. And he almost had a touchdown. Just one more step and he would have been gone. And the Rams are storming back. And they needed explosive plays, and here come the Rams, not wasting an ounce of time. They're like, you want time? We only need 2 minutes. We only need 2 plays. Take catching it, but not getting a touchdown? Crazy. He came close. A yard short. I wouldn't be surprised if they handed it off to Kyron Williams here. Or Blake Corum, I guess. Oh, no, that's Kyron Williams. He's got the tattoos. Oh, play action. Stafford throws. There he is. Give him the touchdown. There's Davante Adams. And they're at it again. That didn't take long. 24-19. Rams take the punch to the stomach and just keep on fighting. Wow. That was the NFL's #1 offense in full form there. That was fat. 3 plays, 73 yards, 1 minute and 31 seconds. And Harrison Mevis for the extra point is good. 24-20. The Rams, they don't miss a beat. They're not even worried about Seattle right now. Sean McVay saying, let's go. That's my play calling. And Matthew Stafford lights out in Seattle. They did not let it get. This is a tough team. They got a tough mentality. They're a really toughly built team. And Sean McVay, he's a real leader. Truly. Yeah, so during the second half, I can do coaches. My thoughts on like coaches and stuff. I'm probably not going to give my grades yet because not everyone's been hired. I'll probably make that a separate shorts or videos or something posted on YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm probably not going to give my grades now, but I'll give my initial thoughts on coaches is what we could do. Or if you have a topic in mind, I'll respond to that. Or for a good time. It's the finale. We can do whatever we want. My favorite hire so far, let's just get it out of the way now. Favorite hire was Jesse Minter. I think it was a great hire. I like Jesse Minter. I would have wanted him in Miami. Wait, give me a second. Hold on. All right. Sorry. Where was I? Jesse Minter. I would have wanted him in Miami. I think he's just a really good defensive coordinator. He's been really impressive in Los Angeles. I only had one issue with the hire of him in Baltimore, and that's that it's kind of a lateral move for them because it's like John Harbaugh. Oh, let's see, we're going from a Harbaugh coaching style, play style, from the Harbaugh tree. I'm the original Harbaugh, and we're going to keep it. We're homegrown talent, all that, and then they go to Jesse Minter, who's oh, I'm from the Harbaugh tree. I'm all about homegrown talent. I trained here in Baltimore for many years before going with Jim Harbaugh to Michigan and all that. Like, they didn't make much of a change culturally speaking, so it shouldn't affect them that much. I honestly don't think Baltimore is going to miss much of a risk much with the hire. I think Minter was a really solid hire. It just kind of balances. It works for them because they're just even. Not that I'm saying, Jesse Minter is John Harbaugh. I'm not saying that, but they have the same style of coaching, and I think that could be to Baltimore's benefit. Oh, look at all those Rams fans. Wow, that is a lot more Rams fans than I expected. So Mevis will kick it off. My least favorite hire, Robert Saleh to Tennessee. Are you kidding? What are they trying to do? Waste Cam Ward's potential? I don't care what anyone says. Robert Saleh couldn't win in the Jets where he had the full support of an entire organization and an organization with a good amount of money. Draft a quarterback. What are you doing? This is not an okay hire going to Tennessee. Cam Ward, you're just going to throw him in the – might as well trade him. Trade Cam Ward. What are you doing? Garbage. Hated it. This is the worst hire. What are you thinking? And then, the perfectly mediocre, uninspiring hire goes to the Dolphins hiring Jeff Hafley, where the general reaction among the fan base was, I guess, whatever. Hand off to Halani, and George Halani is going to get 2 or 3 yards, bring up second and 7 or 8. Yeah, no, I don't like Robert Saleh. For instance, nobody who's trying to build a team and build a legitimate franchise should hire a coach who got beaten by literally every team during his 3-year tenure in the New York Jets. He got beaten by the Miami Dolphins twice a year, and we're also looking for a new coach. Guess we won't have trouble with the Titans anymore. It is a terrible hire. I mean, that could be my first F in grades given to head coaches. You took our Hafley? Yes. You didn't know that? Kenneth Walker tries to bounce the outside. Rams cover it well. They're starting to cover the run game much better. It's 3rd and 10 now for Seattle. Chris Shula adapting on the move for this Rams defense. Yeah, we took Jeff Hafley. And the general response was, well, how uninspiring. I mean, granted, I think he's a super nice guy. I loved his introduction video that the Dolphins public relations team did. I thought it was really cute. I thought he seemed like a really nice, sweet guy. I'm like, oh, this is so cute and sad. Sam Darnold throws quickly. Good catch by Cooper Kupp. And Coop gets the first down, gain of 13. Seattle moves the sticks. But Dolphins fans are just kind of like, well, that was middle of the pack. because we all I feel like this was one of the few times that Dolphins fans had their list and it was like, let's see, we want Shula. That's who we want. We want Chris Shula. That's who we want to be our head coach. In second place, kind of in the, Kubiak, Minner, or whatever. And then kind of at 5 was Halfley. And then, it was Saleh, Stefanski, those guys, the guys that we didn't really want. Handoff to Kenneth Walker. Walker keeps on running. He's going to get 11 yards and a first down. He just never stops churning those legs. First down, Seattle. Shula Dolphins just sounds like a Super Bowl. It does. And that's the point. Everyone wanted Chris Shula. It was so dumb of us not to get him, not to just wait. And we hired Havley, which was expected because we also got John Eric Sullivan from Green Bay. So not entirely surprised because they have that connection. So hopefully they'll work well together. I'm more of a fan of John Eric Sullivan than I am of Halfley, but we'll see. Quick throw over the middle to Halani, gets 9 yards. Threads the needle there, Sam Darnold. 2nd and 1 for Seattle. No, I would have wanted Chris Shula. That would have been really cool. He would have gotten 2 free years of suckiness before we started hating him. Because it's just he's Don Shula's grandson. But instead, we got Jeff Halfley, which is just, uninspiring. Screen pass to Njigba. He's got a lot of open room and a good tackle made there on the comeback. Landman, but he's going to get inside the red zone. 1st and 10. Seahawks fans on their feet here at Lumen Field, liking how this game's going. Cooper Kupp picked a nice block. So, again, Minter is best hire so far. Although Harbaugh, whatever. Harbaugh was a great hire. I like Minter. As far as new coaches, everyone knows what they're getting with Harbaugh. I'm not into that. So we got Minter, best hire. Saleh, worst hire. Halfley, uninspiring hire. That's just so far, though. There's still 4 jobs left. Play action. Darnold rolls to his left. Darnold slings one sidearm to Barner. And A.J. Barner's going to lean forward for 7 yards. Second and 3 for Seattle. Darnold's 18 of 25 for 278 and 2 touchdowns. 4 for 4 on this drive for 40 yards. Oh, bad screen. He tried to hit Bobo on a screen and it just slips out of his hands a bit. Puts it too far in front of him. Might have been a miscommunication between Bobo and Darnold. Rams need their defense to step up. Sean McVay trying to hype his team up. Gotta stop. Keep this game close. Average screen, honestly, correct. I'm telling you, I wonder who they got their scheming from. It's the same. I've seen 4 screens, running game to open up the play action, quick throws. Did they steal Mike McDaniel's playbook? Quick throw to Cooper Kupp. Kupp's in. Coop. Touchdown Seahawks. And Seattle is back up by 10. This is tough for the Rams. The Seahawks just do not give up a lead easily. Not when Sam Darnold's playing the way he is today. He is gunslinging out there. And Cooper Kupp just plays his favorite role of ping pong ball and bounces his way in to the end zone. Extra point from Jason Myers is good. 31-20. Seahawks have the lead. Tag, you're it. It's the Rams' turn on offense. When we come back, 4:52 to go in the third quarter. Matthew Stafford knows they need a stop soon or they're going to be in murky water. We had a good one, folks. 31-20. I'm loving the score. Yeah, so those are my current thoughts on the head coaching positions. The remaining 4 head coaching positions are Buffalo, Cleveland, Arizona, and Buffalo, Cleveland, Arizona, and I'm missing one. Pittsburgh. No, they hired their. Yeah, I changed my mind. I forgot about this. Robert Saleh is not the worst hire. Mike McCarthy was the worst hire. Are they trying to lose? What do you mean? Like, why? This has been a more frustrating head coaching cycle than I've ever seen. Why? Why? Why on earth would you hire Mike McCarthy? I mean, let's see. Do we want to go 9-8 with a coach that people actually like because he's led us to a Super Bowl once? Or do we want to go with the guy who knows absolutely nothing about football, who we decide to send into the front lines to lead our team to, guess what, another 9-8 record? And guess what's going to happen? We're going to lose in the wild card round. Why? Because that's all he knows how to do. It's why? He's right there with Saleh for an F. General managers puzzle me. Owners puzzle me. It makes no sense. Pittsburgh, Chris Shula would have been phenomenal in Pittsburgh. That's who they should have hired. And now we're looking at the other 4, and people are genuinely starting to think that Chris Shula is not going to take a job this year. You know, like a guy who's been a good defensive coordinator like this, he's not going to take a job because people made stupid decisions? Like, what? It's just such a missed opportunity. One Super Bowl with Rodgers, it's all coming together. Rodgers is going to retire anyway. Watch this backfire. Their only reason they hired him is because they don't like the quarterbacks in this year's draft. So they're trying to keep Rodgers one more year, trying to make themselves as desirable as possible for him. Watch, Rodgers retires, and they're stuck with Mike McCarthy and no quarterback. That sounds familiar. It's just a bad hire. Anyway, shame on them. Because you look at the other jobs. The general feeling is that Las Vegas is going to hire Clint Kubiak, and they're waiting out on him. They've interviewed pretty much everyone under the sun, but the general feeling is that it's going to be Kubiak because they've waited this long. And we know it's either Shula or Kubiak at this point. Otherwise, they would have jumped already and taken one of them. And then we got a feeling it's Kubiak. Oh. A bit of confusion here. Illegal block in the back. Receiving team number 49. First down. Los Angeles. It's 49, right? I really didn't see it. I have no idea. Might have been 48 or something. The general feeling in Buffalo is that the Bills are going to make a stupid decision. This is the feeling I've been getting around the league. Is that people are saying they might just go with Joe Brady. Stafford's going to throw here. Stafford, wow, he's got Adams again. And the Rams are cooking. I mean, it's been bomb after bomb after bomb for Matthew Stafford. And look at Adams. He just beats Devon Witherspoon. Gets the one-on-one with Love. Whew. Go Bills. They fired Sean McDermott. There's no way they're going to go. It's not going to go well for them. Parkinson gets 3 yards. I mean, granted, I was an advocate for his firing. I wanted him gone. Doesn't mean he's not a good coach, but I wanted him gone. I think they were stalling. But the way they're leaning, people are saying Joe Brady or Brian Daboll. So penalty on Seattle, still a first down. They might have called unnecessary roughness. I got to pay more attention. I'm going to distract. Was it illegal contact? Illegal contact, yeah. So 5 yards from the end of the spot. So they're inside Seattle territory now. So insane. One play, 40 yards is what they have on the repertoire. One play, 40 yards, 33 seconds. So the Rams are just, they will not die. Rightfully so. Fans appreciate it. Kyron Williams runs it up the gun for getting about 4 or 5. Oh, Kobe Turner is heading to the locker room. So the Rams just lost an important member of their defensive line. You see him limping into the locker room. Oh, they also lost kick returner Noah Whittington to an injury. He's headed to the locker room. So the Rams are looking a little battered. Down by 11. Stafford looks deep, makes a nice move, gets underneath. Kyron Williams stays on his feet, and then gets taken down. Nice tackle. But yeah, feeling that I've heard from the Bills fan base is Daboll. Daboll and Brady. Why Daboll? Because he looks like McDermott's son. It's because he basically is McDermott's son. Daboll was the offensive coordinator in Josh Allen's first few seasons and was widely credited for Allen's original success. In which case, I feel like Bills fans would be mad, but I would kind of be like, okay, that's more acceptable. Because I think that could go well for them, because it's just kind of reuniting successful coordinator with quarterback, just with a different title. And Allen's gotten better. So I don't think it's a bad decision by any means to hire Daboll. But that's where I think they're leaning, is Brian Daboll. Which wouldn't be terrible. It would just be reuniting the two of them. So Daboll was the former Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator before he took the Giants job many years ago. Kyron Williams runs it up the middle. Murphy takes him down. It's 3rd and long for the Rams. Seahawks, Gray Zabel and co. trying to get the decibel level even higher here at Lumen Field. 3rd and 12. It's loud. I can guarantee you. I don't have my sound up and I can tell it's loud. Pressure coming. Stafford steps up, navigates perfectly. It's, dropped, almost intercepted, but locked down. He was aiming for Puka Nacua, 4th and 12. So the Rams are going to have to punt, and now they need their defense. Need their defense. Like, if there's ever been a time when they need Chris Shula's defense to step up more, it's right now. This upcoming drive. Could the Rams fake a punt? Oh, there's a penalty. That's just unacceptable. Why? Why? That is just, I mean, I guarantee you Sean McVay was instigating on the sideline, or someone over there was twirling back to him, but that's just unacceptable. You're gifting them the game back. Stafford throws deep, and there's your payday touchdown, Puka. That's wow. Is he in? It's the question. Looks good to me. Instakarma, correct. Ooh, that's close. He might not be in. They're going to have to look at this from a few different angles. But still, Rick Woolen with the taunting, and Puka decides he doesn't like it too much. Makes a leap and grab, and the Rams take advantage. That is unacceptable from Tariq Woolen. Another dime from Matthew Stafford. Oh man, Rick Woolen's gonna regret those words. I mean, there's just no reason. There's no reason. We get it. You can have your little one-off celebration. The little seatbelt. I'm all for that. From the Bears, you can do that. Like, that's legal. What you cannot do, there's no reason to go to the sideline and go to the head coach of the other team and just start yelling at him and taunting at him. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm better than you. There's no reason. That is just stupid play. You gotta be smart. That's the kind of thing that if I were to be a head coach in the NFL, that's something that gets you benched for the game. You don't make that mistake. I feel like I would be quite not very lenient on that because it's just disrespectful. You don't need to be doing that. It's disrespectful to the opposing team. It's disrespectful to your team because you're ruining your chances. What are you doing? It's unacceptable, and it causes stuff like that to happen. And that's ultimately what, if they lose this game, Exhibit A, unacceptable. That's just a disaster. That's no words for that. Disaster. So the Rams still very much alive. I mean, they still haven't confirmed it, but even if they don't, he definitely caught it, which is making us feel a lot like it's going to be. I'm going to sit down for a while until the fourth quarter gets more intense. Then I'll get back up. But that's pivotal. You're just giving away momentum. You're giving away points. That was a 7-point, potentially, maybe more. Could be an 8-point, 6-point. Doesn't matter. Your taunting penalty just lost you points. Yeah. They need to avoid a spiral. They wouldn't have had to if he hadn't taunted. It's the kind of stuff that loses games. That's just not good. You see, Puka, they're ruling in a touchdown catch from the looks of it. I'm really not sure how they can overturn it. Dropped an interception, taunted the sideline, and then blew the coverage. Not taunting wins champion. Yeah, not being stupid wins championships. Smart football wins championships. That's a rule there. In New England, with the New England Patriots, you will not find a tighter run ship than the ship that Mike Vrabel runs. So let's clear that up now. The difference between these teams and Mike Vrabel's team, Mike Vrabel knows how to run a team. Like that guy, he's strict. He's nice, but he's strict. He's not going to give you any of that. He doesn't take that. He will sit your butt out of the rest of the game for probably a week. At least make you do like 100 push-ups because that loses the game. And you see now Rick Woolen getting into it with Nick Amanwari, Seahawks sideline suddenly all at each other's throats. Take him out of the game. The winner advances to Super Bowl 60 to take on the New England Patriots. That's unacceptable. Ethan Evans. So it'll be returned by Shaheed. And there you go. Special teams momentum. Point. Los Angeles. Stuff him at the 27. Yeah, look at this Reek Woolen and Nick Amanwari going at it. Brian and Williams getting in the way, trying to split the two up. Now he's talking with the secondary coach, Reek Woolen. Reek Woolen was already on thin ice coming into this year. This could be a sign that they're open to trading him this season, because that's fire him now and get some morale back. Locker room, like seriously. Little trickery. They try to go over the shovel to Shaheed. It gets blown up a bit, and he just manages to get back to the line of scrimmage, well covered by the Rams defense. So coaches around the NFL covered Buffalo and Las Vegas. I'll cover Cleveland and Arizona in the next commercial break and who I think could end up there. It's interesting. Those two jobs, watch them in the coming weeks. Very interesting what could be going down in Cleveland and Arizona. 2nd and 10. Dual backs. Darnold, play action. Under pressure. Darnold rolls to his right. He's got nowhere. He throws it out of bounds. 3rd and 10. The Rams are circling like hungry sharks right now. They smell blood. And they are charging for it. Love that we still have another full quarter left. So much more. I know. This game it went from super fast-paced to just scoring. They're just going back and forth, taking no time off the clock. Rams have had like 3 consecutive minute-long drives now. Seahawks are taking more time with the ball, and this potentially 3 and out here, depending on how this play goes, than the Rams did their entire last 2 drives combined. Pressure coming. Quick throw to the sideline. Kenneth Walker. Ooh, did he get the first down? They're going to say he's right at the marker. Looks like he's going to give him enough for a first down. Let's see the pylon cam. Strong effort from Kenneth Walker. That'll be a first down for Seattle. Nice effort by K9. That's his nickname, by the way, K9, because he's Kenneth and he wears the number 9. I think it's quite clever. First and 10, play clock was winding down. They barely get the snap off. Darnold under pressure, steps up, throws underneath to Halani. Halani tripped up by the ankles. Still good defense from the Rams. Clock's at 10 seconds until the fourth quarter, and Darnold's heading to the sideline. And guess who's back? It's the big D lineman. He's coming back into the game for the Rams, or at least back on the sideline. 1 more quarter left. Winner heads to Santa Clara to face the New England Patriots. 31-27 Seahawks. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. All right, last 2 jobs. Let's go ahead and cover them real quick before this, what is bound to be a thrilling fourth quarter. The Cleveland Browns and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cleveland Browns have been turned down by more coaching candidates than possibly I've ever seen. Like, wow. They've been turned down by a lot of people, to the point where the idea around Cleveland is that the Browns are going to be forced to promote their defensive coordinator to the head coaching position because they cannot find a head coach willing to coach in Cleveland. So that's something. They literally cannot find a coach. So they've decided to just promote their defensive coordinator. At least that's the idea, is that Jim Schwartz, the general feeling is that that's what's going to happen unless Cleveland can somehow coax Chris Shula to become their next head coach, because Shula is running out of places. tell you this because we already know Las Vegas is going to go for Kubiak, most likely. Buffalo's most likely going for Dayball. So you look at the other jobs, you have Arizona and Cleveland. I wouldn't want to go to either. But Cleveland's a lot more desperate. They have no idea who their coach is. But the feeling everyone seems to think is that Jim Schwartz might get promoted. But nobody knows because Cleveland can't get an interview. Chris Shula actually agreed to an interview. He was one of the first coaches to agree to an interview with Cleveland, a second interview, an in-person one, later this week on, I think Monday it is, or tomorrow. I think he's agreed to get on an in-person interview with Cleveland, which it took him a while. But about time. They got an interview. And then Arizona. We don't have any idea. We don't know what's happening. The ones that we've heard from Arizona is they've interviewed Anthony Campanile twice, but they haven't interviewed any other people. So we really don't know what's going on. Darnold rolls to his left here, 2nd and 5. He's going to get the first down and a little bit more. And Sam Darnold showing he's got a bit of athleticism to his name. Into Rams territory. Yeah, so as I was saying, Arizona, they're almost at the 3-week mark of their head coaching search, and they've only had an interview with one person that's gone to an in-person interview, and that's Anthony Campanile, the Jaguars defensive coordinator, which, granted, great hire. That's an A on my list. I like Anthony. Oh, my goodness, Darnold! Oh, man! Cameron Kitchens. He just... Sam Darnold has no idea what just happened. He goes play action and Kitchens hits him like a missile and slams him. And Darnold was quickly consumed by Cam Kitchens. Darnold just like, I don't even know what happened. He turned his head and there was a Rams player mere inches from him. And the offensive line breaks down there. Darnold's been sacked 3 times today. Darnold throws to Cooper Kupp, who gets 6 or 7 yards there. 3rd and 13, I want to say. Wow. Crazy. That was the most blown Michael Parsons, I miss you. That was the most blown offensive line coverage we've seen all playoffs. I'll list the full names of candidates that they've scheduled initial interviews for. Oh, they false start. Offense number 67 here. Oh, never mind. They called it on LA? Didn't they? Called it on Jared Verse, really. Neutral zone infraction. I was not expecting that. Third and 10 for Seattle instead of more. Cooper Kupp in motion. Darnold takes the snap and shotgun. He's under pressure. Throws to the sideline. Shaheed, it's broken up. Good defense from Kobe Durant, who has locked in this postseason. As he closed that gap quickly. Wow. That is just hand to ball. That is just how you coach it. That was pretty. I liked that quite a bit. That is just how you do it. Look at this. They so badly don't want to put Xavier Smith as their punt returner. And with Noah Whittington injured, Kyron Williams is returning the punt for the first time this season. And he fair catches it at the 11 cleanly. And he flips it into the air. I caught it. I did it. Surprised everyone. So, earlier this week, Monty Ossenfort, the Cardinals general manager, spoke to the media and said that it's not going to be a fast process because they hired quickly the last few times they've hired. They hired quickly when they hired Gannon, when they hired Bruce Arians, Cliff Kingsbury, when they hired Steve Wilkes. They all hired those guys quickly, and they're trying to take their time more to get the process going for Arizona. They want to find the guy. They want to find who they think can get their franchise, out of this dump. So they're trying to figure that out. And they've interviewed everyone, but no one has any idea what they're doing. I couldn't tell you who they're looking for. I have no idea, which is very rare that I can honestly say, who knows? Here's who they've interviewed. They had a preliminary call with John Harbaugh, of course. That is like every other team, but they didn't, they missed out on him. And they've been linked to Clint Kubiak, Raheem Morris, hired already Robert Saleh, former Cardinals defensive coordinator Vance Joseph, who's the Broncos DC, Joe Brady, Rams OC Michael Fleur, Steelers OC Arthur Smith, who just took the Ohio State job, Patriots passing game coordinator Thomas Brown in the playoffs, Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter, who got hired by Baltimore, former Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, who's currently in need of a job, Dolphins defensive coordinator Anthony Weaver, and Rams defensive coordinator Chris Shula, who's playing in this game, who's coaching in this one, and then Anthony Campanelli. It's literally everybody. Anyone who they could have imagined, who they could think of that could get a head coaching position. They took those guys and wrote them on a list, and they've just called all of them. And Campanelli's been the only guy who's gotten a second interview, which might tell us a thing or two, but it's been like a week. Like, if that was their guy, they would have hired him like that. But they haven't hired him yet, which means they're waiting. They're waiting for an in-person interview. They want somebody here in this game or in the other one. They want somebody. They're trying to get someone. I don't know who, but they're trying for someone here. Right now, Campanelli's the front runner, which would be a good hire, in my opinion. I like Anthony Campanelli. I thought he was good in Miami. I thought he was great in Jacksonville. I really like him. It would be a good hire. I don't know if they're going to go there. It'll be really interesting. Arizona, they are officially the wild card of this coaching cycle. Keep him in mind when you're reading the news later, because it's a big surprise, whatever comes. Oh, Blake Corum, what a run. Gets 10 yards there. Did not expect such a good run there from Blake Corum. Broke through for a first down. They're only down by 4 now. Here's Aaron Andrews. Yeah, correct. Famous quote from Matthew Stafford. Quote him, 2026, Matthew Stafford, let's go rip their hearts out. True quote. Against Carolina, he said it. That was a classic. And he might be trying to do it again here. Underneath, pass to Corum. Corum with a couple of good moves. Gets 16 yards and a first down. Sent some Seahawks flying there. You think your mascot's a bird. That was 15 yards for Corum. Both teams have 20 first downs today. Wow. These teams, they're so evenly matched. I mean, the total yards is eerily similar as well. Stafford, heavily under pressure, delivers to Kyron Williams, who makes a man miss. He's still on his feet. 15 yards and a first down. Wow. They're making it look easy, as if they're not just making the most complicated juke moves possible out there. I mean, this has been a game just full of just what is happening. Like, they go over, they're like, first down. They're like, did you see that? He just broke, like, I mean, he shattered that man's ankles in 4 different ways. If we're talking game in terms, he's actually injured after that. I mean, the Rams, they are hard to tackle, especially Kyron Williams. Again, so high on that guy. He's very talented. And now people are finally seeing why. It's not like I've been saying it for 2 years. Stafford under center. Ferguson in motion. Play action. Oh, Stafford taking a book out of McDaniel's playbook. Throws one up for Mumpfield. No one in town, though. Way overthrew Konata Mumpfield. I remembered his name. Cause and effect. Xavier Smith, the muff punt. And therefore, Sam Darnold throws one up. Boom. Jake Bobo. Then you got the taunting from Tariq Woolen. And Puka. Touchdown Rams. So it's just the cause and effect that we're seeing from these two teams. Tariq Woolen with the big mistake. Xavier Smith with the big mistake. Everything can be taken advantage of to make this game closer. Kyron Williams picks up a huge block, gets it underneath to the big tight end, and stiff arms his way for a big gain. 15 or 16. It's Parkinson again. Colby Parkinson. Look at this block from Kyron Williams. Bam! Just keep him in front of you. And Parkinson just kind of drops out underneath. He's the safe check down and ends up taking that 15 yards with a solid stiff arm along the way. Get himself in the highlight reel. This Rams team, talented. All around. So are the Seahawks. Stafford has all day. Throws underneath to Corum. Gets 2 yards. Nick Amanwari gets the tackle. A great tackle there. Honestly, when you're watching these two games that we've watched today, do we really think New England can beat either of these guys? I'm just saying, Seattle looks really good. And the Rams have been the only team that have really given them much struggle this season. And the Rams, they shot. I mean, I watch them and I'm just like, how has this team lost 5 games? I don't even know. A quick dump off to Corum. Corum's going to get 6? Yeah, 6. Right. Should have been Bills. I mean, yes, I'm glad the Bills aren't there. Honestly, the Broncos could have beaten both of these teams with Bo Nix. It's just the way New England's been playing. New England Drake May has looked shaky at best throughout the playoffs. I mean, he's been good, but he hasn't been MVP. He hasn't been Super Bowl MVP good. They've kind of been relying on good coaching and good defense. Play action. Stafford throws. What a throw! Oh, he dropped it. Oh, man. That was a great throw from Matthew Stafford. Decision time for Sean McVay. You got to go for it. I mean, he had it. That was a great throw. Just gets a tip on it, and Parkinson just drops it. I mean, I kid you not. That was the only throw. That was wow. The precision of that pass from Stafford. Drop. He dropped it. Stafford steps up. He's under pressure. He's still on his feet. He got the first down. Matthew, do it yourself, Stafford. Wow. As he was under pressure, stepped up. He basically took Uchenna and Wosu in a 1v1 there. MVP. That was an MVP play. I mean, he steps up and Wosu, he just has to break a tackle, and he takes on Uchenna, that's Dexter Lawrence. I thought it was Nwosu. I was going to say. There's Nwosu, 13. That makes more sense because I'm like, Uchenna and Nwosu is a really good tackler. Did Matthew Stafford just do that? I mean, still wildly impressive. Oh, they got him. That's a free play. It's a free play no matter what. I think this is offside. I think Seattle was early. Yeah. And here come the Rams and the Seahawks. They're at 11, putting some holes in their feet today. And the Rams, I mean, they're just giving it to them. They've had so many mistakes, spiraling 100%. I mean, the Rams are very tough, but you could see it here. I saw it as pretty much immediately that he's jumped offside. I was surprised like Stafford didn't see it and threw a touchdown. Such a Stafford thing to do. But it was a designed run, so he didn't have a play call ready. Jet sweep, fakes it, and he wanted the screen, couldn't get it. Stafford, pretty play, shovels it to Nakua. Puka Nakua gets the first down. MVP level stuff again for Matthew Stafford. With a little underhand shovel. Little wrist flick. See you? Nice. Can't believe he fooled the defense with that. He's like, I'm going to run. Matthew Stafford running. Dexter Lawrence freaking out. He's like, he trucked me once. Had to make sure he got him the second time. Ended up regretting it. Stafford on 1st and 10. Over the middle. Nakua gets 5. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 4. What a drive for the Rams. They've taken it nice and slow now that they're only within 4. 11 plays, 84 yards, almost 6 minutes. And the Seahawks can only watch. Jackson Smith and Jigba checking for his vampire fangs on the sideline. 2nd and 4 for the Rams now. Lumen Field, loud as always. Play clock's at 2. They get it off. They haven't had much problems with that today. Kyron Williams is tripped up by Knight. 3rd and 4. Crowd's getting loud in Seattle. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's like it doesn't really matter how much allergy medicine I take. It's awful. Total yards this half. The Rams have outgained Seattle by about 120. 118 to be exact. Quick math. Watch Devontae Adams at the top of your screen. He's their big red zone threat. Stafford looks that way. Doesn't see him. Stafford steps up. Migrating. He throws to the side. Almost intercepted. Cornada Mumfield had to play defense. 4th and 4. What do you do? Another decision for Sean McVay. I'm not sure about this one, actually. And they're keeping their team on the field. 4th and 4. I'm standing over here. I got to be standing, but I'm not willing to move the desk. They surely just drawn them offside, right? They snapped it. Stafford doesn't have it. Throws back of the end zone. Incomplete. The Seahawks hold strong. Witherspoon wanted OPI, but he gets the stop nonetheless. And the Seahawks have a 4-point lead with 5 minutes left and the football. Oh, that was close. And McVay bearing his face in his play sheet. As competitive as they come. Wow. All right. Just... All right, here. Final 5 minutes. Get ready. Some stretches. This could be incredible, or it could be over in like 2 minutes, one or the other. We'll see. Just a quick South Florida sports update. The Florida Panthers currently lead the Chicago Blackhawks, right? Yeah, Blackhawks, I think, by two goals. They're leading 3-1 there in Chicago. And over in Phoenix, Arizona, the Miami Heat are up by 10 at halftime against the Phoenix Suns. 58-48 there. Now back to Seattle. Yes, you do. As Seattle, you would go for 2, which I think contributed to Sean McVay's decision, is that he has a respect for Mike McDonald to think that, oh, he's going for 2, which may just end the game. So I would have, I didn't hate the decision. I would have kicked the field goal. I would have stuck on the conservative side, but it wasn't like the worst decision. But I would have kicked the field goal on that one. I was a little surprised they snapped it. Stafford's 20 of 32 for 330 yards and 3 touchdowns. Darnold, 22 of 32 for 310 yards and 3 touchdowns. Huh. That's eerily similar. They have the same amount of pass attempts. Darnold has 2 more completions. Stafford has 20 more yards. And they have the same amount of touchdowns. Suspicious. And then Jigba and Puka also both having absolute incredible games. Oh, it looks like Sean McVay wanted to call it timeout. Something. I don't know what he was doing. He was just running. Just running for running's sake. The Seahawks backed up. Winner takes on the Patriots in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. Up by 4 with 5 minutes to go. Handoff. Kenneth Walker. Walker is going to get 4 or 5 on a solid run. Do you start? I would save your timeouts. Save your timeouts. Don't panic. 2nd and 6. Don't panic, Sean. You got this. The Seans cannot go 0 for 2 against the Mikes. Surely. Clint Kubiak in charge of calling the plays here in Seattle. Darnold, play action. Steps up. Throws underneath. He's got Walker. Kenneth Walker slips away from 2 and 3. And he gets the first down and way more as K9 making men miss. That was 15 yards, but mostly Kenneth Walker, who's having a night for Seattle. He is taking matters into his own hands out here. Bow wow indeed. .335 to go now. May want to consider taking the timeouts. Shaheed in motion. They sell out on the run, and Walker still gets 3 yards. He's running hard today. Slippery, fast. He's got everything. Super Bowl 60, Levi's Stadium. You see it there, getting ready for 6:30 Eastern Time on February 8th. As you know, I believe in the Super Bowl as a holiday meant to be spent with family and friends. Therefore, I will not be doing a live stream. So this is the final live stream of the 2025 through 2026 NFL season. I am considering doing a live stream for the March Madness / April Antics national championship game for college basketball. Again, Pro Bowl? No. No. And I'm considering doing a draft live stream for the first round. I'm not doing all of them. That's ridiculous. But a first round draft reaction and breakdown. Those are the 2 upcoming big streams that I have planned. And then I'll constantly be releasing stuff under the short section or on Instagram. I'll be around. You'll see me, hopefully. If you're paying attention, you'll find me. Play action. Darnold throws. He's got deep. Shaheed broken up. Good defense by Quentin Lake. 3rd and 8 now. And that was an interesting decision by Clint Kubiak. throwing the ball there. Rams took their first time out on the first play of this sequence, and they throw it out of bounds that time. I don't know that I agree with the deep throw. Darnold put just a little too much air on that football. Made it a tough grab for Rashid Shaheed. I think that was legal. I didn't see anything wrong with that. 3rd and 8. 6 for 11 on 3rd down. Our Seattle. Play clock's at 1. They don't get it off. They're going to have to take their first time out. Make sure they got the call right on this crucial 3rd and 8. Yeah, so what I'm leaning towards is April Antics National Championship stream, NFL Draft stream. Yeah, and then once all the coaches are hired, I'll do a reaction there. I might do a Super Bowl reaction. I don't know that I'm going to do a Super Bowl preview because I don't really know any. Actually, I do know a Patriots fan. I don't know. You let me know. Yeah, we could do that. I'm like, I don't know any Patriots or Seahawks / Rams fans. I'm like, wait a minute, I do know a Patriots fan. Hey, let me know if you want that, I guess. Collabs are hard. I don't know. I probably won't do that one. Yeah. So I'll do, National Championship for college basketball. NFL draft first round. I'll do a mock draft. That's the upcoming plan. And then a coach and reaction. Those are the upcoming plans for the next couple of months. It'll be so sad. I got to wait all the way until September to see you all again. Truly, at least. See you in for the draft. Hopefully. It's in Pittsburgh this year. So hopefully we'll see you all there for that. Be fun. And then it'll be September. Yeah. And who knows? I might even update the content on the channel because every year we get exponentially better. Trust me. I think this year was a huge upgrade from last year, and that year a huge upgrade from the year before that. Just going to keep getting better and better. Now we'll see. Who knows? I might have to release the Who I Am video next year. Oh, scary. I might have to. Who knows? Depending on how some things go later on in the year. Wink, wink. Ooh, yep. Correct response. 3rd and 8 for the Seahawks. Crucial 3rd and 8. Winner goes to Santa Clara to face the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He's 5 of 8 on 3rd down for 95 yards, Darnold. Halani is the running back. Interesting call. Rams showing pressure. They don't have many people in the middle of the field. Darnold throws over the middle. Cooper Kupp. He's going to be a yard short. They're saying he's down by contact, but he's going to be short of the first down depending on the mark. No way they give him the first down there, right? Did they give him the first down? They're saying first down. What? I would throw the challenge flag here. I don't think he got the first down. He looked short to me. No way. That's 4th down. He should be a yard short.
close. Two things. Is it a catch? He's got control. He does take an additional step. And then you look at the shot right down the line when he's now on contact. It's that nose of the ball. He just had to get to the big line. This is going to be difficult to overturn. He may just want to challenge it and lose the timeout anyway. We'll see.
Yeah, I would.
I don't think you can call the timeout. He's relying on the guys up in the booth. He can't see the timeout if it is too close to overturn.
He's down. That's got to be short.
Looks like he's decided not to.
That's gonna hurt. Oh, I don't think it might be over. I don't know what they do from here. Hand off to Walker. Not gonna get anywhere. I don't know. It was close. And Chris Shula needs his defense to come up massive here. I met Don Shula once, by the way. That was cool. I don't remember it much, but I was kind of small. But I met Don Shula. 2nd and 10. That's why I want him. No, I want him because he would be a great Dolphins coach. He would get 2 years of us not hating him. He would just get 2 free years. Easily. He was like, oh, he's Don Shula's grandson. It would be perfect. Darnold, play action. Under pressure, rolls to his right. He throws and hits Njigba. Oh, Rams are saying incomplete. Refs say first down. I think this might be it. I think the bold play calling's paying off. I think Seattle is taking on New England. I think I was right when I took the screenshot of that one stupid thing of the cycling end zones. Huh. I'm glad I made my predictions based on that. And you know who I actually thought was going to win as well. It's a combination of both. But 1st and 10 for Seattle now. Let's do some quick math. I have about 30 seconds left. If they stop them all the way here, they're only going to have 30 seconds. This might be the end of the Rams season. Okay.
So had he challenged it and lost, he would have been charged 2 timeouts. So not challenging saved them the timeout. And here, they changed it, replay assist, put JSN out of bounds, so the clock will start on the snap. Got it. So that by inches by cup there.
Okay. So it's putting him out of bounds. Clock will start on the snap. 20. Okay. It's better. They probably have a minute 15. Then that's big. They get 40 seconds back. They just got to get the stop here. It's not looking good, fellas. This might not be as interesting an ending as we were hoping. Second and 7. Winner takes on the Patriots in Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. Just to remind you. NFC Championship game, Seahawks, Rams. Rams need 2 stops here. And fast. They go play action. Darnold for the win. Incomplete. There's a flag. That's ball game. And nothing you can do about that. All right. We're back down to 20, 25 seconds, 30 seconds. Yeah, they're not going to get the ball. And so the Los Angeles Rams, in what could be Matthew Stafford's final season in the NFL, it appears as if they're going to take the loss here in Seattle. Rams look to stop the run. They give him way more yards than they should have. He's going to get an easy 6. 2nd and 4. 2-minute warning. Best case scenario. The Rams, I don't know, get 30 seconds. It's going to have to be a miracle. 2nd and 4 when we come back from the 2-minute warning. Otherwise, great game is going to end in anticlimactic fashion. I'm not sticking around for the trophy presentation. I don't see a reason to. But I'll wait till the end to give my little au revoir to this great season, I will say. We've had a good year. I think we picked a lot of the right games. So credit to us for being, between the polls and just my general knowledge, great job to both me and all of you for picking the games. I think we've had a lot of good. It was a slow start at the beginning of the year, but once we got into the idea of who we know, the teams, and who's the good teams, I think it all turned around in November when we had the Broncos-Commanders game. And everything after that, we kind of just haven't had a bad game since. So much overtime, yeah. Which isn't good for my sleep, but it's good for everything else. Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been a great season. I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. There's a surprise. I like Mike Vrabel. And, I mean, I'll still be rooting for the team in the NFC. But I like Mike Vrabel. So I wouldn't mind. So it's looking like the Seahawks and Patriots. So rematch from those many years ago. And, yeah, we'll see. Could be a great Super Bowl. Patriots are going to have to rely. Honestly, I think if New England has a chance of winning, they're going to have to turn that football game in Santa Clara into a slugfest. Otherwise, I'm not entirely certain how much hope they have of beating Seattle. They have to keep Seattle under 21 points, without a doubt. Because if they cannot, and Seattle plays a game like they've played today against the Rams, they're done. They're not winning that. The third match like that. Yeah. They're not. I don't think they're winning a shootout against Seattle. They have to force them into a slugfest, pretty much. 100%. And knowing New England, they're fine with that. Seattle, I don't know that Seattle's going to let them get there. It'll be tough for them. I think Seattle's got to be the hands-down favorite. Even if the Rams win, I think whoever wins this one is the hands-down favorite. 2nd and 4. The Rams, first down ends the game. Handoff, Walker gets swarmed. All right, take. Yep, go down. All right. Play clock has restarted. 35 seconds. 1:15. Okay. We're going to have like 25 seconds. Less. 20 seconds. They are going to need something. Like, it's going to have to be close to unbelievable. Regular season, Darnold had 2 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. Today, he had 3 touchdowns, trying to even that stat sheet. Seahawks are going to have to call their second timeout, just taking it all the way down. It's passing complete. Some made mistakes in the past. They have. It's possible. I don't know. It would be dumb. It would be really, really dumb of them to throw the football. Especially with the way Kenneth Walker's been operating. I somehow got the cord to my microphone stuck in my suit. Sam Darnold has rejected the premise that the Rams have his number on speed dial. So guess what? I got theirs on mine too. They called too many times. So I put them in the spam folder. And he's showing them that right now. He trashed them. 31-27. When I end it, yes, they have a great round. I would just hand the ball off. It would be a bad idea not to. They need a stop here. Oh my goodness! They actually didn't, and it didn't go well. Braden Fisk. Whew, he shot out of a cannon. No one that big should be moving that fast. Darnold tucked it for some reason. And Braden Fisk shot out of a cannon. I don't know what the play call was. He almost fumbled. Credit to him for hanging on to the football. 20 seconds. Do you believe in miracles? Let's find out. This is definitely going to be something. And here is the punt from Dixon. 25 seconds, 92 yards. This is going to have to be something, folks. Who else did you want in the spot? No one. Yeah. I don't know that anyone can. This is just, I don't know that this is doable. I mean, this is just tough. It's different. I don't see how this is possible. They got to get a touchdown. They got to go 93 yards in 25 seconds. Stafford, good throw. They got to go fast. Nakua stumbles, gives the ball to the ref. They're already at the 40. Play clock's at 13. Seahawks are taking their sweet time. They spike it with 10. They can't do that again. They cannot do that again. Oh, man. 10 seconds left. They got to go pitchy, woo-woo. Otherwise, it's over. Nothing else you can do. Oh, they ran it, and Seattle called timeout. It looked like they were going to make Stafford throw the ball 70 yards. Yeah, it's not going to happen. In 10 seconds, we'll know all. Actually reach the end zone here? I don't know. Like Stafford, he's got to have. I mean, we know he's got a cannon, but does he have that? Like, does he have the sniper rifle? Maybe they learned from Caleb. This has to be something. I don't know how this is doable. 70 yards. Stafford drops back. Oh, he's in bounds. That's it. Ball game. The Seattle Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. That's it. And Puka could not get out of bounds. I don't think he was out. No, he's in. I think he's in bounds there. Game of inches. The Seattle Seahawks are going to go to the Super Bowl to face the New England Patriots in Santa Clara, California. It's their fourth Super Bowl appearance in team history, their first in 12 years. Mike McDonald. What a coach. So the Las Vegas Raiders going to have to wait 2 more weeks to get their guy, Clint Kubiak. But Chris Shula's on the market. Wow. Seahawks Patriots. Tell that to someone 9 months ago. Been like, are you mad? Seahawks, Patriots, the Chiefs, Bengals, and Ravens all missed the playoffs. The Lions missed the playoffs too. So, poor ending. Scoreless fourth quarter. But what a game in general. 31-27 is your final score from Lumen Field. Matthew Stafford may have played his last snap in the NFL. Wild season, indeed. Great season, everyone. That's a wrap on this year. It has been an absolute honor and a pleasure being here with you throughout this season. I am so pumped up for next season already. It's going to be good. It's our year, said the Cowboys fans. We're going to egg their house, said the Eagles fans. And they all lived happily ever after. We're going to have a good next year. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to next season already. But first off, the Super Bowl is going to be awesome. Looking really forward to that. The Patriots are the designated home team. And New England are hosting Seattle. Yeah, they are the designated home team in San Francisco. Seahawks, Patriots. Who would have thought? I mean, 2 defensive head coaches as well. Who would have thought it? Wow. What a fun Super Bowl. NFC champion, Seattle Seahawks. AFC champion, New England Patriots. And, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on 2025-2026 NFL season. The Super Bowl is next for the NFL, but not for the Exponential. Or more, hopefully. Absolutely. I got you. Come watch basketball. It'll be fun. And now we can do NBA as well come June, maybe. We'll see. I might do NBA Finals now because they finally put it on ESPN. TNT sucks. They finally are on ESPN, which is awesome for everyone. So we could do NBA broadcasts. Awesome. It's going to be a really good year. It's going to be fun. Have a great time, everyone. Have a great Super Bowl. Have a great Pro Bowl, I guess, if you're into that. Just great season. Looking really forward to 2026, 2027 NFL season. Really appreciate you guys so much for being here this year. It's been absolutely incredible. Every single person that's tuned in for just 1 minute, even the snow guy from earlier, who just popped in probably looking for someone else. But absolutely loved having him here. Appreciate him for the snow. And all of that, and just appreciate everyone who's shown support. It's going to be a great year. It's a year of change. It's a year of transition. The Exponential, we're getting bigger. We're going places. Next year's a whole new year. Things are going to look different. I can guarantee you that. It's going to be fun. New changes. Keep an eye out. I'll be releasing stuff. I'm going to make sure that there's at least one video or one short every month. Every month. We're going to make sure of that throughout the offseason. I'm going to make sure. One video, one short every single month. I may double up some months, but that's no big deal. And I'm going to try that and see how it goes. And we're going to try and keep that going throughout the offseason. And, hope we have a great time. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We might bring back the Fibonacci sequence for a few episodes, maybe. They're an off-season show. Perhaps. Be very fun. All right. It's been incredible, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a good year. See you next year. Everyone have a great rest of your week, great rest of your month, great rest of your off season, Super Bowl celebrations, whatever you're up to. Hope you guys have an amazing time. Thank you all so much for being with us this season, and we can't wait to see you next year on The Exponential. Bye-bye. God bless.